Hey everybody, welcome to Stay Fishy live stream. Oh look, we're a little off in color, ain't we?
I don't know.
Looks like we're in black and white and the background's in color.
Somebody thought it was pretty good that you could tell whether the Harley was black or blue.
I don't know where they got that.
I felt like saying, he does have a black one too.
Right. Black one. Richie has a black one. I have the blue one. Josh has a blue one. I have the red one. I don't know where that all started from, but all right. Now, Tyler Kurz comes in with the saying, imagine people trying to spell Schwarzenegger when they're half drunk. That was my thing. I did not want to do the live stream drink word as Schwarzenegger. So how about if we go with either Schwartz or Arnold? Either one, we know what we're talking about.
Any reference to the big guy.
Yeah, let me go here and try and fix this color. Here's the webcam. Now here's the problem. I got to turn on my phone and zoom into it to be able to see the settings. So let's go here. And then configure video. And up here. Now what's this say? Brightness, contrast, white balance. Okay, let's go to the second page. Focus, exposure, and tilt roll. Zoom, none of that. First page.
I don't know, you guys dealing with this? I'm not on my phone.
Saturation, there we go.
All right, I'll get back on it here.
Okay, we got a little color to us there. All right, apply that. Okay, done.
Oh, come on.
Now we're good. Okay. How's that, guys? A little better?
The first thing I heard
I said right there, I turned the phone down. I turned it back on. And
I swear to God, I hear porn starting like 80 times a day. You keep turning the volume down and then porn starts again. No, that ain't flying.
That ain't flying. That's not even a good one.
Sue Ann. At 6 o'clock exactly, she puts waiting like you've been waiting for 10 minutes. I was on before 6:01. I am not late, Summer Lee. I got a big ass clock right here in front of me. Tells me. Oh, Raheem's up to his normal.
Oh my goodness, man.
It's Schwarzenegger.
You really kicked up the contrast on there. I look like the blue boy. My beard looks blue even. It's bright.
Oh my God, you are blue. How is your... Oh, wow, that's really bright. But look there. It looks dull as can be.
No, it's just as bad. It's just that we're looking at it's a bigger...
I can turn the saturation back down a little bit.
Around the outside of us.
All right. I'll go back one more time.
We'll spend half the chat adjusting the screen.
You hush. Come on. There we go.
People out there ought to feel just like fish. Our cover beta keeps hiding. I said, that damn fish don't care if he ever sees you again.
All right. There you are. Beard's gray. There's us. Okay. Apply.
Uh-oh, Raheem's in trouble. He can't find a Schwarzenegger or a emoji.
Yeah, emoji.
I bet he's digging for weights and muscle arms now. Anything.
Jerry has a Smurf beard. Jerry's Papa Smurf.
No. Get it back to Gandalf, please.
Hold your thing over there. Your stick right there. Hold it up and say, "Thou shalt not pass."
I've proved you it's leaking.
Hey, you're getting me wet. Dude, that was rude as shit.
It was supposed to be.
The hell?
I proved
this whole stick just pissed on me.
I proved to him that it came out of the pool. You guys get me upset tonight, I'm going to go right back out and throw it in.
Oh yeah, Sugar Bear says Ohio been being beat up today with this wind. Let me tell you something. Not only is the wind screwed up everything outside, I have that cement tiger outside the front door, and it's about almost 3 foot tall.
I think so.
The wind knocked it over. The wind knocked it over. It was on its side. Josh had to pick it up, and Josh was like, "Oh, that's just a little, a plastic cast thing." I'm like, "No, that's cement." He's like, "No, it's not." He went to pick it up. He's like, "Oh." he set it back up. He's like, "That is cement."
It took about the top 30 feet off of a tree out by the back barn.
Oh yeah, that white birch we have in the back that we have the swing hanging from.
Yeah.
Did the swing go with it?
No, it was the other branch.
It took 30 foot of the top of that tree and busted it off, and it's hanging over the pond in the back. I'm going to have to go out there with my four-wheeler, tie a rope to it, yank his ass over the pond, and then cut it up with a chainsaw.
It picked up his little rowboat out there and moved it about 8-10 feet.
Sugar Bear says, I've not seen so many semis blown over. It's wild. It's true Friday, the 13th. Oh, today is Friday the 13th.
Is it? We just had a Friday the 13th last week.
We have one today, too.
Damn. We're in the 8th fire, people.
So, you want to be known as Papa Smurf or Beefcake Bob? Which one? Now I know how to turn your beard blue.
I even appreciate being given a choice.
Yeah, you don't have to type out the whole Schwarzenegger thing. Just type out Schwartz or Arnold, as in Arnold Schwarzenegger. Either one would work.
Just lift your cup when it feels right. You're in it anyway.
Beefcake Papa.
Papa Beefcake?
I don't know where that came from. I was just drunk one night. Called you that or something?
Yeah, you were making some reference. We were talking about some wrestling thing.
I think it was Brutus the Beefcake Barber.
Yeah, Brutus Beefcake.
And then I called you Beefcake.
Yeah, and you called me Beefcake Bob for some reason.
I don't know. I come up with some cool shit when I'm drunk. May the Schwartz be with you.
Oh, good one. Good one.
They're coming out with a part 2 to that movie?
Oh, that don't surprise me at all.
It's so many years later.
I don't think it was his best work, but it's a good movie. You can't beat Young Frankenstein.
Tyler Kerr asked, where's Turbo Man? Sorry, I had to. What's he referring to? I'm lost.
I don't know. The only Turbo Man I can think of is the Japanese. Oh, Turbo Man. Yeah. The doll that they go out. Okay, yeah. That was a good movie. For Arnold, that was a really good movie.
Sue Ann says John Candy's son is actually playing Barb. No shit.
That'd be a trip. Thanks, Doompy.
All right. First cup is down. We just barely started the show. There we go. The one unsilenced voice says Schwarzenegger, fish legend. He was too. For one, we've never seen another.
No, there ain't.
What was he called?
Xanthic.
A xanthic iridescent shark. And then, for him to live so long past his life expectancy and got so big.
Yeah, I was looking
Reaper,
at it just
hold up. Reaper says, Rich, you got any beer there? Yes, sir, I do. And happy Fishy Friday. Why, are you in the driveway? Are you coming in to drink with us?
You better be out here. Come in.
Right? You tell him, Jerry.
God damn, if he's asking about a cold one, yeah, get your ass in here.
I just bought a new 12-pack. It's in the fridge.
No, I was just looking at him the other day, and I was remarking to myself how red, he's much.
Oh, he was, still red.
It was.
Remember
like,
when he first turned red? I was really worried, and I was like, he's going to die the next day or two, and then he didn't die.
What was that, 3 years ago?
No, I think it was like a month ago he turned
One
red.
of my first introductions to this place was you saying that he's about ready to go.
Oh yeah, when you first came here, I told you, Schwarzenegger's about ready to go.
3.5 years ago, but I actually thought he was going for, thumbs up. Hey, I'm healthy, I'm active. Get me a woman, You're looking good.
He said, "Get me a woman."
I don't know. Was he male or female? We called him Schwarzenegger, but never knew for sure. I can live with being a little on the blue side, but thanks.
Barb Stevens says, "Hello, everyone. Sorry to hear about Schwartz, and thank you, and love the shirt, Big Rich. Well, as far as the shirts go, I can now fit into half of my wardrobe. I've got a bunch of extra large shirts and a whole bunch of 2XL shirts, but I can't fit into the 2XL except for the ones that are like larger in size,
stretched out.
Yeah, that type of thing. Well, this ain't stretched out. This is a silk shirt. It don't stretch, but its size came in. It was way too big on me back then.
Yeah.
So I've got like 5, maybe 6 shirts that I can fit into that are 2XL now. So I'm not wearing my 3XLs too much no more. So I got a whole variety of shirts is what I'm getting at.
Sebastian tells me to stop trying to change Schwartz's sex from male to female. I'm not trying, man. My question was, how do you tell with this iridescent shark? I've never had an occasion to, figure out how you sex this iridescent shark.
Well, you catch him.
You
hold his tail.
If he tastes like this, then
you rub it underneath the tail. If he gets stiff, it's a male.
You can't ask an honest question around here.
You can't take me anywhere.
No wonder we don't get any super chats about fish. You're going to tell people to taste their... Looks like it means mod. All the mods are in blue.
Yeah.
Somebody asked why people, some of them are in blue.
Because we haven't changed the rest of mods yet. That's why.
Yeah. There's an afternoon's work.
Yeah, I tried wearing this tonight on my chest, but because I've got a silk shirt on, it just slides off.
Charlie Gems says the fish flashing Jerry's blue squares on Jerry. Looks neat. I said, yeah, I'm glittering here.
Oh. Bellstar says, was Arnold a boy or girl? We don't know. We just, because his name was Schwarzenegger, we just pretended he's a boy. Well, actually, what do they call that? Oh, shit. I can't remember that word now. Damn it.
This is normal.
Right. Yeah, I can't. Sometimes I forget the name of a pencil. And it's so simple, but because of my brain surgery, I have these episodes where I can't remember things. Oh, I got it. We know that Schwarzenegger identified as a male. That's all we need to know.
Yeah. No, it was just an honest acknowledgement on my part. I never thought about it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've
You hear
never
the
had
name
a
Schwarzenegger, you think it's a man.
No, I mean as far as iridescent sharks go.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can sex most cichlids and stuff. I know how to do it, but I mean, I never had occasion or never even wondered. I kind of dawned on me. Learn something new every day. Of course, I still don't know how to sex one.
Oh. You know, I feel like I can rip the back of the shirt out though.
Yeah, careful. Although it's real sick, you'll have a hell of a time to it. You'll whip the seams out first.
I don't know if it's real sick. It's just silky feeling, you know. It could be synthetic for all I know. I don't care.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. I know the qualities of real silk, and it's a very useful substance, man.
Doopy says, did anyone see the Dutch fish doorbell yet? Don't know what you're talking about.
Nope. Anything like a singing bass? I don't know.
See, Suanne says, we just don't ask or assume anymore, Rich. I tell you what, I don't go for that woke crap. They want to be what? Like, I had this girl come over. She brought like 8 of her girlfriends from college, and they wanted to go swimming in the pool. And I'm like, sure. And they get here, and it's a rainbow of colors and all this stuff. And, you know, they weren't really cute at all. And then, you know, someone said, I left my, bikini at home. I'm like, I got some extras other people have left here. So I got like a drawer full of lost and found clothes. And I went there, and I bring the bikini out. The biggest one that was there was a rebel flag bikini. And I handed it to her, and she's like, what's this? I'm like, what? She goes, that's a rebel flag. And I'm like, so? I mean, it's a bikini. She goes, oh, I'm not going to wear that. And I'm like, look, don't pull that shit on me. In my day, this was on the top of the Dukes of Hazzard's, Charger. It was the good old boys. That's what it meant. You people have changed the meaning of the rebel flag, not me. There's nothing wrong with the rebel flag. You know what I'm saying? It's a show of good old boys down south, drinking, having fun, And she did not wear it, and she did not go swimming that day. And I told her, because she started getting mad with me. I'm like, look, I'm the owner. I'm letting you swim here. Don't pull that shit on me. You want to get mouthy, you're more than welcome to leave. And she shut right up. I don't play that woke bullshit. I'm not going to tend to your baby ass needs.
No.
You want to change things and then get mad at us older people for not knowing it. That's just ridiculous.
Everyone's an individual. Every individual deserves.
Well, I try and respect, but
and that's it.
Throwing that stuff in my face. I'm trying to be nice. I'm letting you swim here for free, and I'm giving you a bathing suit, and you're throwing it in my face, getting mad at me.
Well, they're the ones being disrespectful by throwing it in your face.
Chef Camsey says, my biggest achievement through having fish was being able to breed a baby upside down fish. Wow, I've never seen them breed.
What's that?
Upside down catfish? There he is.
Oh.
Grab the red chair. What are you doing over here? This is past your bedtime, son.
I needed a point just to be here today for this.
Did you?
Yeah.
You could have let me know.
I think I surprised you. And everybody.
Well,
Usually I'm always hiding.
Yeah. Right there you go.
Usually I'm always hiding in the background, but this time I decided to.
And yet he was halfway here and he decides, oh, let me call Rich, see if he has beer, because if you don't have beer, I'm turning it around.
I was actually up the street. So,
Was you?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, if you ain't got beer, I'll hit the gas station real quick.
You went and bought beer? I told you I had beer.
No, I said I would have if
Oh,
you didn't
gotcha.
have it. And yeah, at the very beginning, definitely was blue, man. Still a tint blue, but
yeah, but look at the color on me. I'm like almost black and white. There's now we got color, but if I went into less, the blue's gone out of his beard, but then I'm back to being black and white. I don't know what happened since last week, but
for the last few weeks we've been playing with the green screen and shit anyway. So.
yeah.
Tyler Kerr says Rich is just like Hulk Hogan. He just has to start saying, brother, I know what you're talking about. I'll say it from now on.
Ram Joe 4 or 14. I can't read it for sure for $5. Did I miss a Skylar update?
We're not up to that yet, but now you're taking Jerry's.
Well, he wasn't doing it.
because we're not to it yet.
I know, but
I'm way past it, man. I can try it sitting here moving.
I seen it move past the screen, so I brought my phone out and did it. That's
Well, see, I told Jerry to start going by my screen, and when it comes up to the we're caught up, then he can read it, because he was just interrupting me and reading them all the time, and then I'd get up to it and didn't know if it got read yet.
Well, he's reading a half an hour behind.
Right.
Not really. Oh, we must have passed it. Oh, there it is. It's right here at the end. Everybody's yelling Reaper. That's the new drinking word, Reaper.
What's up, everybody?
We'll add it in. Reaper or Schwarzenegger or Arnold.
What was that one somebody just said?
What?
Oh, may the Schwartz be with you?
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, no, I mean online.
They didn't say it online. Somebody
Oh, it was
said
you?
Schwartz. I
I
said
thought
that.
somebody wrote it on there.
Oh, no.
No,
Somebody said Schwartz as in
May
the
the
drinking
Schwartz
word,
be
and I'm like, may the Schwartz be with you.
I like that one.
Jerry Bellstar says, how do you sex a cichlid? Well, first you lick the...
Nobody asked us on this question.
Maybe that's why.
Different species are different. Different cichlids are different. Sometimes you can vent check them. The best way to tell is when they drop their tubes and show it off. I mean, they get real obvious about it. All those two female discus bred back and forth for over a year before we realized the males weren't helping any. They pair off with each other and chase the males.
Well, they're definitely woke.
They both had big tubes too.
Oh shit!
And then that little male spike,
Did you read this yet?
That's the one I read, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he already did.
It was Ram Joe 14.
Go ahead and do your thing.
It already been done.
All right, but see, Reaper did it, but he didn't know the actual name and this and that.
This goddamn thing.
I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Brandon Joe 14 sent $5. Thank you very much. I never got to thank you, so thank you very much. It says, did I miss the Skylar update? Actually, I don't think we'll be doing any more Skylar updates. She's very mean and just keeps on, she texts me and this and that, and it's just like I don't want to deal with her no more. She's just too mean, and no matter what I do for that girl, she just expects more and she wants more and she gets mad when I don't. So I'm moving on. She's not around no more. She sent me a message today about how she's buying a new car and she's getting another Maine Coon cat. And
also Loki.
She's still got Loki, but all she wants me to do is stroke her ego. Oh, you're doing so good, blah, blah, blah. I'm just not having it. I you know what I did after she sent me 6 messages? I gave her a thumbs up.
We're doing the Skylar update.
No.
We just did.
We're past.
Yeah, good.
Mhm.
What was that? A naked picture of Skylar?
Yeah,
How'd you get that?
you said it.
I did not. I don't have any naked pictures of Skylar. I was kidding. He's going along with it. Uh-oh.
Whoa, somebody kicked out some gifts.
Anthony Ziblis sent out 10 Ohio Fish Rescue gift memberships. Holy moly. May the shorts be with you, Anthony. Wow. He's an incredible human being. Him and his wife both are great. And it was his company and him. if Anthony wasn't there, we wouldn't have got our 3,000 gallon tank and our 4,000 gallon tank done. It was his company that donated all of their welding and all of their time and all of their effort and their shop. You know, all we had to pay for was the metal, and they did it for us. You know, thank you. We're actually, we made the money for the window this week, and now we are getting ready to put it in the next 7 days or so. So that tank will be up and running. It is done, Anthony.
All right.
But you jumped on.
Yeah, you jumped.
You jumped big
missed to, there you go.
Yeah, you go.
There you go.
All right, back up.
So.
Now we got to go back to Raheem's 87 Arnold.
Yeah, you can't find the emoji today.
Yeah, everybody's talking about, you know, Joanna Nellis says they lost him today. Yeah, Schwarzenegger passed yesterday, and it was sad. But, you know, I put it out in today's video. How'd you like today's thumbnail? I worked hard on that today. Not only doing the thumbnail, but then I got little Arnold Schwarzenegger in the background looking over Josh's shoulders, but then I got Josh all pumped up, you know, and then I got his eyes bulging out and all this other stuff. I mean, I worked hard on that thumbnail. I thought it was awesome.
We will pump you up.
All right, so
Bellstar.
there you go.
$4.99. Thank you much. Rich, how much would it cost me for you to do a Fishy Friday shirtless?
No one wants to see that. Remember, I was just 340. I'm down to 266 today. There's no one wants to see that. You know, we're talking saggy man boobs and stuff. You know, this is well, it's not really saggy. I was just telling Jerry that I'm not as saggy as I was last week. This is all firmer now, you know what I'm saying, from working out. But still, no one wants to see that. No one wants to see that.
I do it for $4.99.
Anytime, anyhow.
Anytime, anybody.
You remind me of that Earl Scheib, you know, kind of thing. We'll paint any car, any color, 99.99. Leave the windows open. We'll paint the interior too.
Oh, we got another one here.
Mm-hmm.
Bram Joe 14, $5. Don't let the fish get loose.
Of course not. Thank you, Brambo.
Them damn alligator guy out there been trying.
Oh shit. Well, thank you, Bellstar. Thank you, Bram Joe.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Now, Bellstar, for the right amount of money, we can set up a personal private. I'm kidding. I'm not doing it. What's that? OnlyFans over here.
Well, we still owe Brittany a kitchen.
I know.
What?
I know. I'm starting
She
to feel bad.
gave us her birthday money, $100. She donated to us, and it was just her birthday before that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you two are supposed to.
If we do a Bitch and Kitchen episode for her, and we still, every time we go to do it, we either don't have the bacon or we got the bacon now and we forget about it because we're drinking, you know, something. And it hasn't happened yet.
It requires me and Rich to work together.
You don't like being in the kitchen with me. You got to understand, it's my kitchen. I know where everything is. And Jerry stands in the way and gets in the way. And I'm like, let me get this pan. Let me get that pan. He's like,
out of the way, old man.
yeah, that's what it's like.
Oh, what's his name? One more round heard today on a comment about came for the algorithm and stayed for the grumpy old man.
That's normal,
And
yeah.
I said, I commented back. I says, which one? And he comes back and he says, I don't know. You can't turn around in there without hitting one of them. Then he's earned the right to be a grumpy old man. I agree.
Chef Cams, he says, I miss the good old days when respect was earned and not just given.
Yeah.
You know what? It used to be,
It's two-way.
when I was young, I remember this saying where it said it took a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
And, you know, basically, if you think about that, when I got away from my dad's house, I still had to face the neighbors and everybody else would tell my dad if I'm doing something stupid, you know? So I'm out there riding wheelies on my dirt bike at I don't know, 10 or something like that. And by the time I got home, my dad was there and ready to whoop my ass for, riding this dirt bike wrong. What do you mean? I'm just doing a wheelie, Dad, And it's like the whole neighborhood used to be together and stand together and help each other out. This family here went through things. The neighborhood would bring over things of food and stuff. Remember moving into a new neighborhood and the neighbors would bring you over dishes. This is for to help you while you're moving in. And it's not like that. I mean, I miss the good old days. You are so right with that. I miss the good old days. Oh, here's a one main thing I really miss that I think today's children should fucking learn. Okay. Back in the day, when I was going to North Royalton High School, we used to go out in the woods and party. Everybody find out where the party is in school. And then at nighttime, we'd be back in some woods somewheres. Nobody knew who owned it. And we just, bonfire and kegs. And, everybody would go there and meet there and this and that. And basically, if you got into trouble with somebody, you got into it. If you're man enough to mouth off to this guy and that guy's man enough to mouth off to you, you two are fighting. But if anybody jumped in, they'd get their ass beat by the crowd. The crowd would stand around you and not let no one jump in. And you two would fight like men until the man, the one who won, either the crowd says, that's enough, he's had enough, or the guy stops. The other guy's on the ground. He done got beat the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody jumped in, the crowd whooped their ass. And now today's, these punks think they're tough because they got, 7 friends with them or something. They can do stuff that you ain't tough. You ain't fighting by yourself. You show up with this and you show me how tough you are, little punk. I hate today's crowd with kids. I don't hate, but I don't like where it's moved to. I think I love them days of if you jumped into the fight, the crowd whooped your ass, and the crowd let them two people fight. I mean, it was the good old days, and that's the way it should be today. Because it would teach a lot of respect to a lot of disrespectful little shits that know they would get their ass beat because they can't have their friends jump in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's the kind of stuff that makes me mad. Airtime said, I think he's talking about how much would it cost to see you do a show shirtless. Airtime said he'd do it for $1. Sadie says I'm egging her on a bit.
Oh, you're not getting to Anthony's gifts.
Yeah, we already did that.
Packaways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you jumped.
Well, he jumped ahead.
To go back, yeah.
He's back to where he was.
Thank you, Reaper. Sue Ann says, Reaper, stop looking at pics. You have stuff to read.
I'm not looking at pics. I got the things going. I'm making sure.
He's been staring at his phone ever since.
For staring at it, he missed the 2 and went by. I mean,
if it wasn't for him staring at his phone, right? Ever since Jerry said that there was a naked picture of Skylar.
He's trying to find it.
Yeah, did you send it to him? There's no naked picture of Skylar. Stop. We're just kidding. No. We're being fucking men. No. All right, so Bellstar. They're all on it saying that blah blah blah, this and that. Contact me private. Yeah. Do guys even have OnlyFans? Is it just a girl thing?
I have no idea.
You don't go home and make your OnlyFans read? That's Sebastian. Old Man's Perv Club. Just joking. No, you're not. You know you're serious. Tyler says, Reaper, I got to say, big fan. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Bob Taylor says, send me the picture. Don't tease me, Jerry.
Sebastian, the Old Man's Perv Club.
Yeah, we got a bunch of Old Man's Perv Club here.
We're the Hill Rescue Crew.
Oh, we're 5 minutes late for the Tracy update. Thank you, Marie Dean.
Yeah, we're way behind on that.
Okay, mark at 6:35 for the Tracy update. And let's start in on this. Tracy has been so awesome this whole week. She's been so sweet, so nice, and so easy to take care of. She's back to being great. And, you know, she's just so. Yesterday, I had to do, you know, Tuesday night and Wednesday night, 16-hour shifts, and I didn't get no sleep in between. So I stayed up for 40 hours straight. And then the last hour, I was sitting there talking to Tracy. I didn't realize it's so close to 7 o'clock where the nurse shows up. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Tracy, and I'm begging her to squeeze my hand. I'm telling you know, I'm stroking her forehead, and I'm telling her how, you know, cute she looks, and I miss her, and blah, all this stuff. And the nurse had walked in behind me. So I'm here, I'm leaned all over Tracy. I'm like, hi, honey, you know, blah, 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 this and that. And the nurse is standing right behind me. I didn't hear her at all. And then I said something about, you know, I so miss you, honey. You need to be back here. This place this is a nice home, but it wasn't, this is a nice house, but it wasn't a home ever since you left, you know? And the nurse behind me goes, oh, and I'm like, oh, shit. Scared the bejesus out of me. Sebastian says, when you give a good Tracy update, it shows on your face. You always have a smile. Yeah, I miss that girl. I mean, it hasn't been, you know, an actual home since she's been gone. You know, I'm keeping it clean. I'm working. I'm taking care of her. You know, doing projects, doing all this. Even just today, we worked on Alora's the room in the basement, the playroom. We got the plywood cut and put on and installed, and I nailed it down and screwed it down. Then we got the carpet on it, and we got the 1x4 framing to go all the way around it. I cut the first one, and you know, that's where we stopped today. But you know, it is getting done by I don't know, next week. The first table for the Rockenbach is going to be done. I mean, it's 90% done now. It'll be done and painted and carpeted and everything and done. And then I got to build in the center a little shelf to hold up the Rockenbach control panel, which looks like a PS1, and then all the controllers. So yeah, we're still doing that. But yeah, back to Tracy. She's staying at 98 to 100 all the time. You know, she's doing so good. She's coughing up on her own so good. You know, she's so aware. She's just adorable. I miss that girl so much. You know, so I don't know. She is doing good. She's not sick. She's not nothing. She's just handling things, you know. And I when I talk to her, I'm like, honey, I know you gotta be sick of just laying in this bed, and you get out of the bed for an hour a day. You know, if you can start communicating, you know, blinking your eyes, closing your eyes, squeezing my hand, anything, I can make a language around that, you know, and you can tell me if you're hungry or you're thirsty or anything, you know, and it'd make her life so much better. I can't wait for that. Rude Hobby says, love to see you in the back, Reed. Big up to you. Basically, Reed needs to sell his house and then, you know, or pick it up with a truck and move it over here and park it in the backyard. That's what it needs to do. Felix says, do I see two Jerrys? Well, there's father and son, but yeah, there's two Jerrys. Which one's the father? That's the question right there. Can you figure it out? One has an OnlyFans, one does not.
I haven't run out of gas once this year.
Oh, you have done so good with that. I meant to say something to you.
Run out of gas once this year.
Say it again. Say it loud and proud, brother.
I did not run out of gas once this year. I've come close. I've been on 0 and had to cross my fingers coasting, but I have not run out of gas. Not once.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Now you're just like a grown-up.
The last 2 times I've taken Jerry to the store, he hasn't even asked me if we've had gas in the tank.
Oh, you forgotten about it?
Well, yeah, normally the first thing after that first adventure would be
Right.
every
Hey,
time he gets in, we got gas.
I'm
The
playing,
first thing, we got gas.
I'm playing the odds. I think he's got it out of his
Yeah, better
system.
knock on wood.
Yeah. No, I think he's got it out of his system.
Took a few years.
That one day, man,
It
we had
took
our fingers
quite a
crossed.
few years.
We're rolling downhill with our fingers crossed. The gas station's right at the corner.
Rude Ivy says, yes, he needs to move, though, of our 1,000 likes for Reap to move. You know, I wouldn't mind if like I bought either property on either side and we had a driveway that went into the backyard.
We
Oh,
did
yeah.
that, man. If you got the one next door, either one, I like that one
Either-
personally.
Either
I like
one
his
you
place.
could
I
do
like
a
his.
driveway
Right.
with.
Fuck
Either
yeah.
one of them.
I wouldn't mind owning either one of those houses,
Fuck
but
yeah.
the neighbors don't want to sell.
Not by many years. Only by
Well,
Tyler says the Crick Keeper and the Crick Keeper's son. And to Reaper, hell yeah, always check the tank. The first thing I do now, because of you, is check the gas. You are helping people all around the world.
Yes, Jerry is older than Reaper. But I'm not old enough to be his daddy.
no, not
Well,
even close.
I'm old
You're
enough to
what?
be Reaper's. I'm old enough to be Rich's daddy.
You're what, 120, 119, somewhere's in there?
What?
How old you are?
Age?
Yeah.
That's closer to my weight, but well, that's why I had to ask. What are we changing the subject here? No, I'm not that old. I'm never going to get older than 75. For the last 3 years.
Dude, I was like 35 for like how many years, Reed? Like 10 years in a row. I couldn't get past it.
Just like, the last couple of years in videos, you always say, it's been 11, 12 years in the house. And I'm like, no, it's longer than that. I looked at that video of me and Schwarzenegger swimming in the 44 when you first got it. 15 years. And then Josh is there and he's like, Dad, it's 15 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, just time.
It don't seem like it, you know.
It doesn't seem like it was 15 years ago. We were out there swimming. We just got it.
Lorenz Corta says, my niece has a web shop and she is doing great. She is selling fans because the web shop is called OnlyFans. She's not selling fans, son. And of course she's doing great. But walk in on some of her shows. She's not selling fans. Oh, that's so cute that you think that. Reaper's beer looks empty. No, it's full now. He just got back.
Jerry fills up, he starts to leak.
See, that's the whole thing. If I get one of the properties next door, I can rent it out to people that want to live near the rescue and stuff like that. But I can take if I bought the house that side, their backyard goes back as long as mine does. I can cut it off with a fence right in the middle of our backyard and open up my fence to, I can build a barn over there. And now we can have everything we need in that barn and have a fence here to where that house rents it. They got a little backyard. And then I have the rest of the property in the back, for this house. I would love that. And then, rent that house out to 2-3 people at a time. It's a 3-bedroom house. The house on the other side, same thing. But I can't build a barn there.
Piece of property.
That house over there has actually got more property than that house. But this house is on the side that we don't access.
Yeah.
So that house over there with less property is a better fit for us. Yeah. Anthony says, only Friends Rescue is going to open up next door if we buy that property.
We did $100 donation.
Uh-oh. You're letting you're stepping ahead. You're time warping here. We're not there yet.
Well, it's on the screen and it's on their screen.
And you see it.
They see it on the screen here too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought that's something I just see. Okay.
No, that's
Bellstar says, Anthony, we should all be so lucky. Talk about a great group of people to be friends with. Hell yeah. You know what? Bellstar keeps sending me these things. You know, this song reminds me of you. That song. And every day I wake up, you know, I get to sleep from 8 in the morning until noon. And when I wake up at noon, I get a message from Bellstar every day. And it's like, aw, thank you. So sweet and this and that. She needs, if I bought the house next door, she needs to move here.
Ranch, right?
Well, oh, Jesus.
There you are.
Yeah, we're close.
Oh, there you go.
Tyler says, I always like to make sure because my mama raised me never to say anything if you know you're going to offend anyone. And I definitely don't want to offend out of the 3 legends, Jerry and Reaper. You said 3 legends and you said Jerry and Reaper. What the hell am I? Am I chopped liver?
It's 3 legends all by yourself. And then there's Jerry and Reaper.
That's some bullshit.
Over the Hill Rescue Crew.
Suann says, you start putting trailers in the background. I want one. You know what? I told Jerry we were looking for the last, a year
I'm
now?
afraid the city come after us if we did. They've been all over you about the RVs a couple of times.
They told me as long as I got a tarp over it, they don't care what's parked in the backyard. So you might not have window access.
I get to live under a tarp in a trailer.
Right. That's a hillbilly song right there.
No,
in the trailer.
Anthony.
Oh my God, Anthony Ziblis. Yes, go ahead, Jerry.
Oh, he gave us $100 here. Thank you very much. When are you buying the glass? And may the Schwartz be with you.
Drink up, guys. See. May the Schwartz be with you, and also you. The glasses this week, we were actually 400 shy yesterday. But Josh, what did he sell today? He sold something. So we're like maybe 150 shy, maybe 200 shy, and now this cuts it up. We're going to pay for it in the next day or two, and then it's going to take us 7 days for it to be ordered to there, which I thought it was already at the shop and waiting on us to pay for it, but I guess Josh said no. So once we pay for it, it takes up to 7 days for it to be delivered there, and then we can pick it up. So thank you, Anthony. You the man. You the man.
Yeah, there you go. I can't wait for you guys to visit and bring your dog. Oh, I can't.
Yeah, we never actually met the inspector.
Oh, yeah, when I was a puppy. I was only about 4 months old.
She had him here before?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I was having a ball. He's a great character. She's a great character.
Okay.
Collie, yeah. Then a clip on YouTube, some friend of theirs playing tag with her. Oh, God, she looks like fun.
Lorenz Cordas says, if Big Rich buys a house next door, his harem will be living there. I've never had a harem. I am not against it, but I've never had one, and I don't see anything in the near future. Wicked Gypsy says, I almost made a surprise appearance tonight, and you would have fit right in. Why didn't you?
She definitely fit in, but what a wild night. That'd be something. We ought to have a spring party.
Anthony says Brittany's sitting next to her.
It's like spring equinox. Have a spring party next week.
We can have a beefcake Bob party.
Oh, but
He said, bite me.
was.
Bob, bite me party.
Right.
Right. Okay, thanks, Reed.
For all you fuckers that don't like me, show on up. We'll buy you pizza, and you know.
No, I just think it's a spring equinox on the 20th.
Suann says, I don't need windows. You got a big enough deck. Wow, that sounds so pervy, doesn't it?
Sounds
Remember the
like,
whole deck conversation?
yeah, it sounds like your experience, Suann.
No. Suann come here with her husband. I never mess with Suann. No, I like her husband. I like Suann. I like, you know.
I like the next.
I like peace.
I like the next comment right there.
What's that?
Right there.
Kathy Schuyler, butter will be his harem. Ew, on Kathy. What the fuck on Schuyler? And who the hell is Butter? Oh,
Well,
Butter,
come
the
on.
community service girl. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh, you forgot the nurse from hell. Never mind.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Mara.
Oh, Mara. Yeah, Mara was the nurse from hell, all right. But I mean, she had a good cover.
Except
when
for
I
she
first showed
did.
up here, she had to vet me.
Well, you know what? She was actually a good nurse until I caught her having sex with some of the community service people.
Yeah.
And you know who you are.
Beside the point.
Yeah, you don't come to Big Rich's house and then lie to Big Rich. You know, you should
They
have
don't
told me.
charge the community service people for.
She charged them.
Oh,
No, I'm just guessing. She was telling everybody else they should charge for it, and she was talking.
Nate's
about,
the one that did her.
right.
I know, but she's talking about charging some of her.
She was telling some.
I know.
That's why I was like, if Nate would have asked me, I'd have been like, no. She was talking about how she's being a prostitute.
Yeah,
This and that.
every once in a while she sounded.
But
like,
Nate lied to me and snuck behind my back.
Yeah.
Mara lied to me and snuck behind my back, and I don't like that sneaky shit in my house. You know.
No.
I understand life. You guys are into it. Go for it. You know.
No.
But I don't like being lied to.
No.
Sergeant right here says, Big Rich, been asking for years. When are you going to show us your chops on guitar? You know what? I really need to do that for you guys. I'm sorry I haven't. But you know, I need to get a sound card where I can plug into the computer, and then I can go through like an online amp type thing and then make the sound. Because I tried putting an amp in the room and playing guitar, and it just like the whole microphone was like it was horrible. You couldn't hear nothing.
Anybody out there that plays at all, you'll understand when I say that he needs to wake his fingers up first, because he doesn't.
Now you making me sound bad.
No,
Have you heard me
would
play?
make yourself sound bad if you tried to
No.
play.
In the last 3 weeks, I've been playing a lot.
I know.
Have you not heard me?
Yeah.
I'm impressing a lot of people now. I'm like, I got some of my chops back. You know, I got the muscle memory back. I used to, a month ago, Reaper, I swear to God, I'd look at my guitar and I'd just go to play the song, and I'm looking at my hand like it's dumb. What are you doing? You know, it just wasn't keeping up with me.
That's what I mean.
Right.
You need to wake your fingers up.
But I tell you what, there was like the first 3 songs I tried playing, I couldn't remember. And then I started remembering that the more I play it every single day, I'd remember more parts. And then like 3 days later, I knew all 3 of them all the way through. Yeah. No problem. And I'm using them as warm-ups now and going on to the next song. Yeah. And now I've got like 7 songs I can play and not screw up throughout all the 7 songs. You know, I'm getting way better.
I'm so damn tired at it. The 3rd time I play it, I've got a pretty good chance of getting all the way through it. But the first couple of times, no, man.
Ken Cummings said,
looking at your hand, are you dumb?
That's what I did. Yeah. Ken Cummings said, Schwarzenegger is a world record fish. I mean, I guess probably, maybe, somewheres, wherever they catch them at or something. I don't know. He could be. All I know is he was a friend of mine, and somebody asked, how come we don't eat our fish that die of old age? Because I don't eat pets. I'll eat fish on a fish fry, you know, but I'll eat McDonald's, you know, fillet of fish sandwich, but I will not eat a pet. If it dies, it has to be buried. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, other people are like, why don't you cut it up and feed it to the other fish? Because it's a pet. It seems sacrilegious, you know? Like if Jerry died, should I cut him up and feed him to the fish?
Oh,
You know?
You don't want to go use me for an example.
He says, I'm not going to die. I'm going to outlast you, Rich. You're going to be 123. I'll still be hanging in there at 170.
Well, that's why he won't let me become the first lifetime member. He's afraid I'll outlive him. But in my will, with my son as witness, they're supposed to freeze dry me and grind me up and feed me to the fish. That's it.
Doopy says it's a fish, not a pet. Fish that I've had for almost 30 years is a pet.
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
sorry.
They are a pet.
It ain't a fish I got yesterday that died today. It's a little different.
If it's under my care in the aquarium, I've communicated with it. It is no longer
said,
food.
If you fed Jerry the fish would be high as hell.
You're probably right. Oh.
Carly Gem knows. She goes, if the fish is my friend, I ain't eating it.
That's it. Like I said, if it's under my care in an aquarium, I've communicated with it. It is no longer food. You know?
Pete Walter says, please wish Kathy a happy birthday. Who the hell is Kathy? You're not talking about the Kathy
I
used
hope
to
he's
stay
got
here.
Kathy sitting beside him on the couch.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because
she is the hottest gilf I know. Gilf is grandma I'd like to fuck. maybe Pete Walter's trying to hit, and we're going to help him out tonight.
I don't know. Maybe we should try it. Maybe we need more info, man, because
please don't be talking about the cat that used to live here.
You just about got blocked.
Oh, yeah. Pete, please tell us, you got a Kathy sitting right next to you.
Yeah, please.
And we'll help you out all you want. Tyler says, either way, old Schwartz was a legend. Here's to a legend. Let legends never die. Here's to a good old boy. I guess that includes Jerry, too. Here's to Schwarzenegger. See, how could you just sit at home and pass on this fun?
I usually watch it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Pass it here.
In the background.
Jerry, if you move over just a touch, Reaper can move up closer.
I'm good.
Put you up closer. There you go. Well, you don't look like a little tiny figurine in the back. You know, the farther away from the camera you are, the smaller you look.
I got a kick out of that community service girl that was here that last week, and she's out on the camera behind us, and she's profiling and.
You're talking about Joyce?
One of them.
Joyce and her two girlfriends.
Yeah, it was one of her girlfriends was posing and checking herself. I said, kids.
Bill Starr says, how come you didn't taxidermy Arnold? Because they want like $14 an inch, and he was 40 inches. So, yeah I can get a new car for Reaper, or I can get a new, a taxidermy Schwarzenegger.
It has to be even more than that because it'd be a special mold. It's not like you can just take a salmon, Yeah. They come stock. You can buy blank salmons at the store. You can't buy iridescent shark, especially a buffalo-headed short body.
You call him a buffalo-headed short body?
Well, he's got that big head.
Well, he did.
Buffalo.
Well, why are you making fun of him? He's dead now.
It wasn't fun. I'm native, man. Buffalo is a compliment. Man, that's the wet, Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Definitely not being negative. Not, I don't want Buffalo coming back at me about it. I didn't use you negatively. I'm not taken in vain.
Tyler says, Reaper, what you got to say tonight? You ain't said shit. We want to hear from the whole group. Fishy Friday is a group family participation. But for real, you can talk too.
You still got a couple of beers to catch up on.
Yeah,
what you gonna say?
When he catches up a couple of beers, you can't shut this man up. Okay, he'll tell stories after stories.
This damn thing kicked my butt last week.
Whip, I got your message, dude. I'll text you, man. Everything's cool for the most part.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. He just texted me. He had heard and just wanted to see how I was doing.
Reaper's part of the family. He's
back.
still there. He just, you know, sometimes he's not up front and he's in the background. Means he's doing shit. He's building shit at his house. Oh, today we went down and built onto Alora's room. We got the plywood cut for the whole tops.
I was here when you told everybody.
Oh, was you? I don't know who I tell.
4x4, you got most of that done.
Yeah. We got the carpet on. Yeah.
It's okay, buddy. I was here.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. I just
But
didn't
wait,
want you to go
but wait.
through the whole thing.
Did you see the taking picture of Skylar?
Yeah. Don't you remember Sue Ann saying I was on the phone too much? Looking at my phone.
Okay.
The pictures.
Crazy Cichlid says, Rich, can I get a signed photo from you, Jerry, Reaper, and Josh? I need it sent to Northern Ireland. I'll pay the shipping. Would you do that? Send me the envelope you want to send back that's pre-stamped and all that, and your instructions, and then we'll make it happen for you. And then put it into your, return address, whatever envelope you got in the package, and we'll send it to you. But maybe a few other goodies too. If we're home and not out on our Harleys. Summer's coming. I love the countryside. Eski says, how do you ride a motorbike with no helmets in the USA? In the UK, we would be nicked by the cops. If you have your your motorcycle license for more than a year, you're allowed to ride with no helmet. That's on you.
That's in Ohio. Certain states you do have.
Oh, right. But in Ohio, where we are, after a year of temporary license or having your full motorcycle license, then you can ride with no helmet. They basically says it's up to you. You want to kill yourself, ride.
Yeah.
That's honest.
Right, basically.
Right.
And selection of the dumbest. You know
You
what I'm
want
saying?
to force me to wear a helmet, buy me a fucking helmet. At least. But yeah, if you're traveling interstate, you better have a helmet with you.
And slide control, like, the jacket, maybe some, pants with knee pads, type things, boots on. You don't want to slide because you're on the highway. If you fall down, you get the death wobble or a car hits you and you fall down. You're doing at least 60 miles an hour. And it takes you about, 200 feet, 300 feet to stop. And you're sliding against your elbows and skin at that time. You know what I'm saying?
I've ridden off too many brothers being red skids on the road.
Right.
I tried to straighten myself through a chain link fence.
John Gotti said, is this live? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Believe it or not.
Ronaldo, 78-1 says, Reaper, when is John going to be doing rescues with you again?
John's in West Virginia. His grandpa bought that property, so he's been staying down there. He is back and forth. He actually...
Didn't he buy a property down there?
No. He tried to. He bought a house out in Slavic Village, and he's renting that.
Oh, okay.
And so he sold most of his stuff, including all the animals are gone, everything. And now he's pretty much going to be staying in West Virginia, and I don't know. I'm not sure. Mark, on the other hand, Jim Sheasley, he's been doing good. He got one operation. He's got to get another heart operation done. And then Mark, he's doing good. He got some things that happened good for him. He no longer lives at my place. He's out on his own.
Oh, is he out?
He moved out yesterday.
No shit.
And
So he got his money from the settlement,
Mm-hmm.
and then he bought a new car,
He got a new
and
car.
then he got his own apartment.
He's got, well, he hasn't found a place yet, I don't think, but he's living in, staying in a hotel right now for a little bit.
Why?
He wanted his own bed and everything. I can understand.
Well, I get that, but you're wasting money.
Mm-hmm.
Look for a house.
I told him, man. I told him, and I just talked to him today. He's still more than welcome there if he needs to, depending on how long it takes, whatever.
Dude, that's like 50% of the people that leave here. I tell them you're welcome to come back. The other 50%, not so much.
Yeah, we know who they are.
All right, so I don't know what this means. John Gotti 51 says, Reaper, Candy, DME to come over and stay the night and help me clean my tanks. I'll pay you for it. I don't know what that means, buddy. He probably texted the speech and it kind of screwed it up. You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, Tyler says, Rich, Jerry, Reaper, Tracy, Schwartz, my amazing fishy family. I love all of you. Like you're my own blood family. Oh, thank you. I'm glad we all met you. You're all amazing. Thank you for all the Among Fishy Fridays. Here's, oh shit, I'm out. My third cup I'm starting, people. There we go. All right, here's to you, Tyler. Taylor says,
you DM me.
Okay. I don't agree with seatbelt laws, but I wear them because it's the law. But you know what? Back in the day when I was younger, my dad used to drive that pickup truck everywhere with a beer between his legs and us kids sitting in the back of the pickup truck.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
And the gas tanks right behind the front of the seat with your,
With the children.
The fill nozzles right here by your head. And I'm supposed to strap myself in? No. I'm going out that window, man.
Right.
How you doing? Says, hey, Rich, just saw your behind the scenes channel. Y'all should pitch that more often, maybe. I just missed it, but interesting contact on the road. Okay, here's the thing. We did used to push that channel, but I told Reaper when he took it over, you have to be consistent. You know, if you're putting out 2 videos a week, you have to stay putting out 2 videos a week. And Reaper, from all the stuff that he's been doing, and he moved out, and he, went to, he got his new house and all that. Sometimes he puts out 1 video in 3 weeks. So we can't really push that until he's back on top of things and being consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we stopped pushing that. Reaper had other things happening. Real life got in the way, basically. Can you add to that?
Just that everything's doing better and everything should be going on schedule here because I just got my new tire. And thanks to Mark, actually, he bought me the tires. From the car.
Really?
Yeah, I just got them put on. He gave me enough money to go and get a front end alignment and some shocks in the back.
Oh,
When I
John,
went
yeah,
down to
he's
West
yeah.
Virginia to see John last year, we went down there to see him. I busted my shock.
Really?
Yeah. It's all dirt roads and gravel and shit. I should not have.
You off-roading the new car?
That's what I said. I should not have. They're like, oh, you'll be fine. No fucking way. I should have my damn car down there.
All right. We've said something about having Ed send him something. What is he talking about?
Yeah, I seen that too. I'm not sure.
Whip says, real life's a pain in the ass, Brief. I get it.
I have faith in Ed.
Okay, Blake Weber says, which motorcycle is everyone's favorite? Rich seems to prefer Josh's bike the most from what I can tell. No, because on today's video, you didn't see Rich's bike. Now, Rich's bike is just like Josh's. They're both big wheel baggers, they're called. Okay, so they have as close to like a 30-inch front tire. I think Josh's is 28, Rich's is 26. But they both have like a 3,000, 3,500 watt stereo. They both have air ride. They're both nice. They both have the luggage things in the back that have the teardrop and the long tail on them. And they're both beautiful. Josh has the front tire that has an LED light on every spoke. And there's an adapter that you put on your rim so that it spins and still picks up power and lights up all the spokes on the rim. That's something the Richies don't have. Richie has a 128 cubic inch motor, bigger than the one on my red bike. So Richie has more power. Josh has the front LED and a better stereo. But Richie just put his bike in the shop having the stereo all rewired and more amps put in. So we're going to see next week who's got the better stereo. Okay. I've got the loudest, best sounding Harley. Mine's got the stage 4 in it. It just sounds gnarly. Rich's sounds real close to it. I think he's only got a stage 3, but he's got more cubic inch than me. So we're going to find out whose is quicker, but I can't add a system onto mine. This is why I'm looking for a nice big wheel bagger type Harley, and is the reason I'm selling the blue Harley I was leaving a Reaper and the black Harley, which now is in my garage. Richie brought it back. So I sell those 2 bikes. I'm going to buy a red big wheel bagger so I can cruise with my kids, because I can take my bike and it's amazing. I love my bike 100%. Looks awesome, sounds awesome. It's got the most power of any bike I've ever ridden before. It pulled me off of the handlebars the first time I rode it. And if it didn't have the throttle where it let go, when you let go of the handle, and it just stayed where I left it, I would have fallen off the back. Seriously. As soon as I let go of the handlebars, because it pulled so hard, and I was able to grab the handlebars again. I'm telling you, some bikes, you give it gas and it stays at that level. If it would have been one of those bikes, I would have fallen off the back. I could not have grabbed that handle again. It put me against the back and pulled my hands off the handlebars. That's how hard this bike pulled. I love my bike. But I love the countryside. Esky says, UK, we have to wear helmets and seat belts. Seat belts on motorcycles, but we don't have to wear leather to protect our bodies on motorbikes, which is madness. I just think that if you're doing a lot of traveling on, any kind of motorcycle, crotch rockets, Harleys,
Yeah, it's no law here neither.
It's no law here.
That just makes sense.
It makes sense. If you're going to take a chance flying down the highway, you see all these star boys out there and they're doing wheelies at, 90 miles an hour and riding them to 120. If they fall, they're going to slide for 800 feet before they come to a stop. And do you know how much skin gets worn off on that cement before they stop? It's an eraser of skin. Yeah. I mean, your elbows, you have bones showing. You have and they're ground off a little bit, You want to wear leather in case you fall, not because you have to, but because you want to protect yourself. Period.
Hell yeah.
Ross Dingle says he's been more regular lately. Okay, Summerlee says, once Reaper is really the channel, I will get back on track. Okay. Tyler says, I remember sitting in front of the 2-door Ranger in front of my mom on the floor and 2 other people in the front, 3 in the back of the truck, 20 mile out to Lake Piling. Yeah, in the 90s, yeah. It's so much different now. It's so much different.
Oops.
What the hell? Oh, here we go. Can I subcontract my Bitchin' Kitchen episode out to Reaper for Reap's Rippin' Kitchen? Then I'm behind the scenes. Reap loves cooking and frequently posts little clips. I think people would like to see it. you're more than welcome. I'll give it to you. And then me and Reaper. I can't tell you two apart. Me and Jerry will still do our episode too for Brittany.
What does she want me to do then?
A cooking show.
Just a cooking show?
Yeah.
Anything in particular?
Like how you cook, the recipe. You know, how you cook, you know, after you get it out of the oven, what are you going to do? You know, you mix it like this. You take your neck bones and you peel the meat, you know. Then you go on to here and you make your spaghetti or something.
Yeah, I can do that.
Of course, now you got to have a second opinion.
So you got to bring something to Jerry. You don't see where that was going?
Yeah, I can do that. Dude, I was going to go to Johnny's and he wanted me to bring you over some big old pot of pasta and, you know, some garlic
Johnny
bread.
down in West Virginia?
No, my brother.
Oh, John's, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about him.
You know, he wanted to give you some good pasta. He hears you're starving and shit.
You didn't do it.
His brother is trying to beat me at losing weight. So when I'm losing more weight than he is, he wants to send food over here to me.
He can send all he wants.
Dizzy Angler says that air ride is sick. Yeah, both Josh's and Richie's bike. Richie's is all black with a little green tint
I
to it.
didn't think Josh's was an air ride.
Yeah. So both bikes, when you pull up to like, you know, your destination, you can reach down. There's 3 switches. One is for up, one is for down, and one is for something. I forget what in the middle. Block or something like that. But he pulls up, and as he hits down, the bike goes, and it sits down on the frame with rubber snubbers, and that's it. There's no kickstand. The bike sits there and locks and in place, and you can't knock it over. You know, because the frame's like, 12 inches wide with rubber snubbers. It sits right on the ground. And then when you go to start it, you get on it, you start it, and then you let up the air and you bring it up to riding level, and you go. I mean, I love that air ride system. It's amazing. Sean says we need a bitchin' kitchen with Rich and Reed.
Wow.
Brittany says, I loved it when Reaper did the food videos with his brother.
Yeah, we're talking about doing more of them for sure. I got so many of them. I haven't posted half of the ones.
Okay, look, to stay consistent of 2 a week, if you can't make the OFR,
I know that.
put out a food video. As long as you're still posting consistently, your channel will grow. You know, it went from you were making $1,000 a month, now you're making like $200 because you're not being consistent. So if you can stay consistent, no matter what the platform is, what the video is, keep doing the videos though. You know, you can bring them back up to where you're making some money. Because I gave him that channel, he makes all the money from that channel up to $1,000. When he gets over 1,000, then he has to split the proceeds with OFR because he was using all OFR video type thing. And we made the channel for him, and we did the channel and all that kind of stuff. So that's where we are. But we made the channel, we gave it to him, and I don't think you've never really shared any video money with us. We've never made money off it yet.
One time.
One time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's been so long. I don't know. Whoops World saying something about Fish Fam Link is run by a group of people. I believe Fish Fam Link is a bot that many channels, benefit from. Ross Dingo says, I like the red bike. Me too, Ross. Me and you, bro. That's my favorite bike. Nate says, get yourself a gold wing. I don't think so. No. No. I'm just so sad. No. See, Brittany says, "Oh yeah, same, Sue Ann."
Well,
I think if
you
Reed
know, I
posted-
thought of that, but the only problem was when certain people were starting to put shit up there, it was like, no, this is the fish channel, not a cooking channel.
You just answer with, "This is my channel, and this is my life, and I'm putting up what I do." You know.
I can easily do that.
Then that would you start making more money, Reed. I suggest you do that. That would be better.
Oh.
Reaper, will you be
No.
getting back into having fish again? What do you mean no?
Ah.
What?
No, I don't think so. Unless I had like, I wish I still had little dude. I wish I had the buffer still. But I don't have the room, especially now that I got a 4-foot tank taking up most of the room in the living room. You know, I got this.
So you got the tank?
No, but it's for a magmar. I took the
Oh,
lizard.
the reptile.
Right. So right now, no. I mean it does take time, and I'm hoping to be traveling a little bit. I want to do. I have things in mind this year that I'm getting the car, getting the things, and I'm trying to make plans to go. I can't even say. I don't want to say.
Don't listen to him.
But
I told him I've got the blue Harley that I'm selling, the black Harley, and I've got both my boys got their new Harleys, and I got my new Harley. We're going out riding. You're more than welcome to ride the blue Harley and come with us. And he's like, I don't like the ape hangers on it.
And besides that, if I just go ahead and get a couple tires or whatever, I can get my own bike up and running. I mean, we spent so much time on it.
I bought a
like
brand new
it.
tire for the 2009 Super Glide because it went flat at Richie's house.
Right.
$60.
See, it ain't bad.
It's $40 for the shop to put it on. It's $200 if I take the bike to them and they have to untake the back tire off.
You need a matching one on your other thumb, man.
Stop it. I was putting Reaper's back. I built Reaper's bike for him. He brought me a box of parts, and I built his bike for him. I'm getting it together down to I've chromed everything out I could. I've swapped things out. I've bought chrome things to help him out, and this and that. And we go to put the back tire on it, and I've got my hand there, and I'm like, okay, Reap, take the jack it up a little bit, just a little bit. Oh, that's way too far. The bolt or the rear rod isn't fit, matching through. I'm like, let the jack down just a little, just go a little bit. And I got my thumb there, and I'm looking in the hole, and he goes, shh, and the thing comes down, and it takes off the end of my thumb. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got 2 thumbs of different sizes there, where it just crunched through. And I screamed like a little girl. And I'm holding my hand. And I'm holding my hand and shit. And Reaper felt so bad.
Like, Tracy. Oh, shit.
Tracy, I need some gauze.
No,
I didn't know I was going to the hospital.
Is that why?
Look at that.
That was definitely shorter.
Yeah, right. They stitched it together on the end, and I got this big nub of a dead feeling
I
finger now.
remember when you smashed his ring on his finger that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was worse in my case. I had no ring.
Yeah.
So fucking, I lost my thumb building his bike for him, and then I got it up, and it was so beautiful. It was so chromy. We used the wrong shocks in the back, but we changed them out eventually, and the bike was up and running. And then I'm like, okay, fine, we're gonna go ride together.
Finally.
And I go to get my bike, which has been sitting for years, and this is my old bike, which was a 81 shovel nose, and I had big ape hangers on it, but I had shovel head, yeah, shovel nose. I said shovel nose. I got fish on the brain, but I had how I deck out everything and different things. The bar room is all Budweiser. My bike was all long fringes.
Fucking fringes.
Oh yeah.
So the floorboards had fringes.
Everything.
Yeah.
The taillight had fringes. The handlebars had fringes. They used to slap me on my arms.
That keys he blinded had fringes.
This whole bike was fringed out, and it was beautiful. I love the look of that bike.
My 64 came from a factory that way.
Okay, you're derailing my conversation.
Okay.
So I get the bike and I trailer it out to Reaper's house. I'm like, haven't rode it in like 3 years, but let's go. And I start it right up. It starts up. It sounds bad. It's just that bike. What? Blah! No backfire, nothing. It just sounded badass. This bike was nice, right? And we go and we ride what? 1/8 of a mile?
Oh no, we did a couple miles, enough to even go by. We're riding side by side, and took all these years, and we went like finally we're like, hey,
We dabbed each other.
dabbed, yeah. And about 30 seconds later, it goes.
My bike cut out, petered out. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I can start it. It starts right up and I'm revving it. It's like, rev, pop, 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 pop. What the hell's wrong with it? I'm thinking the spark plugs are bad or something. Here, all it was, I had to get it towed home. All it was
Was it
a
coil?
loose wire. The nut was loose on the coil going to the
Coil.
sparks.
Yeah.
And that's all. I
That's
could have
all.
tightened that up if I'd have known, and we could have kept riding.
And we never did. We never did. That was it. That was our ride.
That's why
Oh,
those
my
older
God.
bikes, you stop and you tighten everything up before you take off.
Well,
No, you jumped quite a bit there. Skipped over one of Brittany Zimbalist's super chat.
I'm going back here.
There we are.
Hang on, we got to go back before that.
There we go on the bike.
Yeah.
Road rash is very painful. Here we go.
None Business says, do you ever cook any of the fish that pass away? No, we sure do not.
We don't.
MK Cichlid says, their bikes are both a lot heavier than yours, too. That makes more difference than power on bikes. Reaper can do a rescue, clean them, and cook them. No.
We don't eat other people's pets either.
No. Now I'll go out fishing, catch wild fish,
Right.
cook them, and
Whips World says, I love my Fat Boy, but my Ultima is so smooth, it's hard to take Old Blue out. See, I have a 2009 Super Glide, and it is like a Cadillac compared to my other bikes. Sean says, Reap might make some wild stuff because he's got the munchies.
That's a gimme.
Okay, Cichlid says weight reduction is huge when it comes to being fast. Of course it is. Loren says, what I would love to see is Reaper on the motor and Jerry in the sidecar for a father-son joyride. Which you got to write because Jerry won't ride bitch behind Reaper, but he'll ride in the sidecar, won't you?
I know how to handle a sidecar. I mean, the person in the sidecar has just as much, if not more, control over that three-wheeled monstrosity than you do.
He called it a monstrosity.
Well, they do. They don't. If you're going one direction, there's. It's like trying to drive two different vehicles.
Matt LeMay says, we cut the forks off my old Sportster and took the shocks off, making it a rigid. Why would you do that?
Why would you do
Then
that?
put a flat pan on this. What? So my short ass could ride it.
Yeah.
That was a rough ride. That probably, you still got back problems from that ride.
Yeah, really, man.
The spirit looks out for those who don't know any better.
John Surley says, what type of fish was Arnold? It was a iridescent shark, xanthic colored. And, they sell them at the store like 2-3 inches, saying they'll only get a foot long. No, they get 40 inches long and 60-some pounds.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, it would.
I knew a guy that had a 12-inch over front suspension on his bike, and it was.
You're making a lot of women, very, very moist.
You're always twisting it.
Yeah, I know a guy with a 12-inch.
He did it with 2 6-inch slugs on the glide front end.
Okay.
6-inch slugs back to back. So
Okay.
rather, how those plugs, you just
Yeah.
extend your Yeah, well, he put 2 sets in.
Okay.
Guy's insane.
All right, here you go, Jerry.
All right, Brittany Zivilis, we finally got to you. $10, thank you very much. Read,
Thank
no
you, Brittany.
obligation, no instruction or timeline. Just post or upload a video on OFR behind the scenes freely. People want to see you. Have fun cooking. You do it so natural.
See, you should come over here and we should cook together and put it up for Brittany. Jerry don't really want to do it with me. And you know, he's like, well, we don't get along in that damn kitchen. So I mean, if you come over and we do it together, we can fulfill both of our videos we need to do. We can make hillbilly breakfast, we can make cheesecake, we can make lasagna, we can make stuffed shells, we can make your spaghetti, whatever you want.
I just set the table with knife and fork.
And Jerry will sit there. He'll get along with both of us that day. No problem.
The Reaper can afford to eat.
I
Me, I ain't got no shirt.
got a nice tomahawk you got cooked up.
Yeah.
You can afford tomahawks? Holy shit.
No, my brother was gracious enough to give them to me. I have a few.
Okay, Big Junior Chandler says, hey, Big Rich, this is Big Junior from Texas. My son's watching you for the very first time. His name is Frank. Tell Frank hello. Thank you.
Hey, Frank.
No. We take orders, no problem. Okay. Big Junior, you know. Shit, I guess we'll do it because Big Junior told us to.
All right.
Hey,
Hello,
Frank, what's up, buddy? Thank you, Dad, for this one. Just kidding with you, buddy.
You ask for a shout out, you don't know what you're going to get.
Wait, Frank, your dad knows people, okay? Remember that.
Finally, Schwartz be with you, everybody.
Did you just flip off everybody?
That was
Oh, in my side of my eye, I saw it. Schwartz be with you, everybody. I'm like, what the hell, Jerry? My bad. That's what I saw, though, in that side vision.
Now I got to throw this in a pond now?
It's about
Or you
time
can hit me
came
with
out,
it.
because even that dude was here. He went swimming in the thing, and I'm watching the video. I'm like, Rich,
Everybody
get the
was.
goddamn thing, and you didn't do it. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna sit in there all year long.
At the beginning,
And then I laughed my ass off when I seen the screw undone on his magnet. I'm like, oh, no.
Now we got the scraper and the magnet in the pool.
Yeah, but where's the screw
It's
at?
down by the gravel. We can tell it's right by the gravel. The gravel
that screw's
covers the
in
whole
there.
bottom.
early on in the live stream, I threatened to throw it in back in the pond.
Oh no, I was watching.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah.
Ross Dingo says, I hope to see a good Camaro video when it warms up. Of course, every year I put one out. They don't really do good for us.
And
You
I
know.
didn't drive it much last year.
No, he didn't drive it at all. I'm just saying, when I do the Camaro video and I advertise it, like 10% of our people watch it. They're interested in fish. So it's not the best place to put out the Camaro video, you know. But of course, I'll still do it. Bob Taylor says, don't fear the Reaper. Anthony says, don't feed the Reaper. Brittany says, oh, baby, recipes with Reap is so smooth. Now you're upsetting me, Brittany. What the hell? Nunya Business says, look out, Sturgis. The boys are coming. I would love to take my boys to Sturgis, you know. Crazy Cichlid says, what bike are you leaving for Reaper Ridge? I told everybody in the video that, you know, since I'm selling the blue one, if I pass, he can have the red one, which is a much better, more expensive bike, but he don't like ape hangers. He don't like having his arms up here. And on that red bike, you sit down so low that even though it's straight handlebars from the gooseneck. The gooseneck is up, so it's just the same feel as ape hangers. It's this, and he don't like that.
I like the paint job, especially them spots of bird shit.
That's the blue one.
I love that.
Sue Ann says, Rich, if mods take control, can we set up a summer sale cookout this year? Absolutely. I would love to do that again. You know?
Yeah, we did it a couple. Well, last year we.
Last year we skipped it.
Yeah.
No, last year I came out with Johnny. We brought a pig.
That was the year
That was
before.
year before last. Yeah.
Last year we skipped everything.
How much you?
We didn't have the summer
Oh.
picnic, the mod appreciation day. We didn't have the sale. Last year we skipped everything.
You need to clear your head here.
Yeah. He was like, no, it was like yesterday. I remember it.
That was a good pig.
It was.
That was a good party.
But yes, Sue Ann, of course. You guys want to take over? Of course. I've got 3 of them 10 by 20 tents that we can put up. I have all that. I bought it for that. And I try every year. But see, last year I tried to get people together and nobody wanted to come over. So I couldn't do the sale. I can't do it by myself. It's way too much work.
Even destroyed a couple of tents and we figured out we couldn't do it.
Well, no, we set up the tents and tried getting ready. And then the wind destroyed the fuck out of them because I left them up.
Imagine what today would have done?
Oh my God. They'd have been like 4 houses over in pieces.
Yeah.
The Big Junior says, oh yeah, may the Schwartz be with you. Sean says, don't make it too profitable for E. If you pass on, you may have an accident.
I'm going to outlive them, motherfuckers.
No, they're saying, if I give you the more
I
cuts of
know,
butt,
I know,
you're going to take me out.
I'm gonna
Poison my
outlive you
Cheerios
anyway.
or some shit.
He may be the reaper, but I'm the crypt keeper. I won't let him come
Oh, the
in.
crypt keeper does not die. He's 170 years old.
No, the crypt keeper's the one who sends you back to get even with Rick for trying in the first place. Zombie Rich.
Yeah, when it was 70 the other day, I must have seen like 8 bikes out. Yeah, there's so many
Dude.
bikes out on the road.
Get
Especially
yourself
where
some
I'm
spare time and bring your bike over and I'll help you fucking fix it.
I know. Gotta get a battery for it, basically. I already put a coil on it. That's what was supposed to be wrong with it 7 years ago when it went down. So I put the coil on and then the battery. I don't even know what happened to the battery. It's gone. I don't have a battery. So
$38. I just bought another one.
54 now.
No, I just bought one 3 days
Where?
ago. Online. I'll show you where.
Oh, okay.
And it's a 500 cold cranking amp for my Red Harley. I'm taking the new one I just bought for the Red Harley. I'm taking it out and putting it into my Can-Am because the Can-Am battery swelled up like a ball. It's bad.
It overboiled.
I couldn't start the Can-Am this year. And so we put a jump pack to it and it started right up. So it runs fine. The battery was useless. So we got the battery out. So now I have to buy a battery. Well, I found for $38 a 500, and the one in the red Harley is a 310 cold cranking amp. So I'm putting the 500 amp into the Red Harley, and I'm taking the battery I just bought for the Red Harley and putting it into the Can-Am. So, but they're $38. They're cheap.
Yeah, they ain't bad. I mean, when we first built the bike, it was 25 when I bought it from Kirk's.
Yeah.
Now I called them up. It's 56 now.
Yeah.
And that many years later, everything's just gone up in price.
Yeah. No, I bought mine offline. I don't go to Kirk.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Brittany, thank you. $5. Recipes for 3 brought to you by Death. Depth is the Virginia M&M. Oh, True Lyris and Butcherous.
Sure, because to me, I
Did I
can't see
read
very
that?
I can't see very well, but it says to me Recipes with Three brought to you by Depth. Depth is the vagina, a true lyricist.
Virginia.
Sure?
Virginia M&M. Yeah.
He knows what I was doing.
No, we're watching the Vagina Chronicles. There's actually a stage play that's called. My daughter actually talked me into.
Oh, we got an actual fish question. Amazing.
Where? Where?
Nancy Konziga says, I have an issue with my severums. The male has what appears to be zits. That's either, okay, there's a couple things that could be.
Yeah.
They come and go just like this, leaving scars that look like hole in the head scars.
Oh.
I would say that's one, either
Infection of the lateral line syndrome.
not really. It depends if that's only on the lateral line.
Well,
The white foam that we remember our scat
yeah.
kept getting that white dots all over them, big dots, not like ick.
Yeah.
Remember, very tiny little dots. This was big foam filled dots all over his body. It turned out to be what was it? It was a water condition situation. I forget what it was. We took the scat and put it into saline water, and all them cleared up.
Yeah.
So now we have to have it into like a half saline, half saltwater tank, half freshwater tank. What do you call that? Brackish water.
Brackish.
And the scat don't do it no more. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's her
not-
problem with a
because it's leaving scars
right.
that look like holes in head scars.
It might be hard water.
And there's severums.
Because the severums.
Oh yeah, hard water. Yeah, that does it too.
Yeah.
What was the thing we did for hard
That
water?
would cause for erosion of the center.
But you can take a pump and run it through a container full of something, and it would make the water soft.
Well, his peat will work just fine.
Peat works good. What was the other? No, it's not the one I was thinking of though.
They
Peat
got
works.
special conditioners. Don't play with the chemical bounce, please.
Yeah, you don't want to chase
No.
imbalances.
Do it. I don't know what size of tank she has, but I've gone as far as setting
Oh my
up
God,
setting
Sue
up a side-by-side system with an acid water tank and keep the water exchanging at a slow rate.
Sue says I just choked for the first time in a long time, Brittany.
Ouch.
I don't know what that says about your husband.
That scares you. Oh, you twist, man. Damn.
I'm so sorry, Deb. I'm so sorry, brother. Love you.
You ain't sorry.
I ain't sorry.
No, you ain't sorry.
Oh shit. Oh, jumped again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Brittany says Latin Depth couldn't sleep if they thought it was my credit. And then Bob Taylor says vagina dialogue chat. Bob was on it before I was on it.
Yeah. My daughter talked me into going to the play when she was in college in Wisconsin. If it's this, that's possible. Yeah, got all kinds of advice.
Henzu Miniki says, don't let Jerry pronounce my name again. What did you say?
I don't know.
Try reading it.
Oh no, we've been through this. That's familiar.
Henza Miniki.
Yeah, he even tried breaking it down for me. Thank you, but no thank you. It's a good call. Though.
How bad did I do?
Good to see
You
you
can grade me
again.
now.
He hasn't been on for a little while, I don't think.
Whoops World said, damn, that's just mean. That's just mean, man. I think he's talking about the Suan
I don't know what he was
depth
talking.
charge thing.
He was calling for a swear jar a little while ago.
Oh, we're caught up. Look at that. We're caught up. Dude, I had like the community service guy stayed after they did their community service, and they were drinking a beer with me. And I grabbed that guitar because I was in the mood, and I started playing Judas Priest. It was Grinder first, and I used that as a warm-up song. And I went through there and like, oh my god, dude, you rock, you know, but and then Seek and Destroy started, you know, and I started playing that, and they were like, holy shit. And I nailed the whole song all the way through, this and that. And they were losing their shit, like I don't know. It was crazy. But I had fun yesterday on guitar.
Santiago ZOB says that her Sevrum has black around the edges. Unless it's a recent development. Man, those Sevrums come from all up and down the river, and they've got all
changes of pH does change the color of different fish. Yeah, like the tips of their fin will turn black, their side fins will turn black, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's if it's a recent change, then yeah, it's a problem. But you got to know what.
Whips World says, I flipped on some Preach the other day and forgot how good they are. How can you forget how good they are? Holy shit. KK Downing, come on now. Rob Halford rocks. Ken Cumming says, are you sleeping at Rich's tonight, Reaper?
Nope.
He said, nope. Then you got to slow down on your drinking, son.
Oh, this is my last one.
Right, he found an emoji he can work with.
Did
he find something?
Yeah, the big smiley.
No, it just says all Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh, he found some smile laughing faces. How Asaya Narkansas says, how long do those big head carp live and how big do they get? I love the one in the tank with the loaches and the high fins. They get about 3 foot, and I don't know how long they live. Just look up big headed carp on Google and it'll tell you.
That was him 15 years ago. There's your buddy, 15 years ago.
Yeah, 15 years ago. Look at Reaper in my 4400. And
can I put that on camera?
Yeah, put it up to the camera. Watch the screen and you can see what they're seeing.
He's got his hair dyed.
That's Reaper in the 4400. And
Schwarzenegger that's Schwarzenegger right there.
He was still about 24 inches, maybe.
Yeah, 15 years ago. Wow. That was the first
Skylar just messaged me.
Oh, God. She's watching.
Leave it off.
She wants me to know which one I like better.
Mm.
The gray one. And you're on the live stream, me answering this question. In case anybody asks or tells you something, don't get pissed off. Jerry was showing us a picture, and I said, just out of being goofy, is that a naked picture of Skylar you're looking at? And, we all laughed from that point. So I don't have a naked picture of you, so it's not a naked picture of you. Don't get mad. I'm just saying. Okay?
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, I would take the gray one for sure. She's still going to get mad. I guarantee it.
What?
Megan Dodge says, Big Rich taking my dad to see Triumph in Chicago May 13th. Going to be a blast. Dude, that was my first concert my sister took me to. Triumph. It was just a game tour. It was amazing. They are so talented. They are so good. And from Canada. Dude, he's going to love it. You're the best daughter ever.
Mhm.
Loren says, was that Reaper with no beard in the pool? It was. Yes, it was Reaper with no beard, but he
15
was in the
years ago.
4,400 gallon tank.
Yeah, that's when you guys just got it in. I mean, Ricky Stenton was here. That we were all here, man. We all went swimming. Kurt went swimming. Ricky went swimming. I went swimming. That was when you first got the 4,400. That very first year.
Well, we had it at the last house. It was when we first got it set up here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yep. That's when only the fish room was half of the fish room.
Right, well, we had to build the cement flooring first,
Before you
and
could
then
put it
let
in.
that dry for a month, and then we carried the 4,400 on with a forklift, and then we can start building the walls around. So it was right after that.
Yeah.
That's how you set up an aquarium, people. Start with a concrete slab.
Tyler says, please don't drink and drive anyone else. My 2 cousins that drink driving. Just call for a ride or sleep over, please. Don't want to see you guys happen for the fishy family. Well, you had 1 beer. This is your second.
Yeah, the third.
So your third, and then you're quitting after this, and then you're going to hang out for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll drive home.
Mm-hmm. And they're
Oh,
just
where's
like
that monster?
3.2. I mean, they're nothing
Where's that
special.
monster tank that you got today? Just got today.
What are you talking about?
That monster tank that you got today.
I didn't get a monster tank today.
That tiny monster.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say, what fucking thing is he talking?
We got a guy that does like they send you items, and then you do a
Review.
he does reviews for Amazon.
Oh, okay.
So he brought over a box of stuff that he's reviewed, brand new stuff in boxes, and one of them was a 4-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch square tank.
I bet it's smaller than that. The thing's only about 3.
And I pull this out. I'm like, what the hell? This thing needs to be destroyed, like stomped on, And Jerry's like, that's a little bit bigger than they put the betas in at the store. They put them in cups.
True.
And I'm like, yeah, this thing needs to be stomped on, blah blah blah. And that's what Jerry's talking about now.
We've got a couple of little handler live bearers in there. They're about 2/3 to 3/4 the size of a guppy. And one of them in that tank would be perfect. They look like a monster fish.
Prince Vino says, I tried your suggestion and added pothos plants. Not only did they help clean up my tanks, it cleaned the house, the backyard, and the attic. This stuff grown crazy. It's like the best plant to fish keepers forever, for sure.
It uses up the nitrates. Sticks mostly with ammonia, but that's where it all starts anyhow.
Tyler says, Reaper's a big boy. He can handle his shit.
It ain't the age, it's the mileage.
Sean says, you should give Reaper some variety tests before he leaves. All right. I got to show him the sobriety test. Smell this. He said no. He's still got his wits about him. Okay.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Summer Lay says she has antlers. I'm not knocking the antlers. It's a beautiful little fish. It's just that they're so small that they make it look like a monster tank.
Yeah, Saya in Kansas says, now just feed him real good. He'll be good in a couple hours. Henzu Miniki says, just shake it. Works every time. Okay. Santi says, I have trouble with pothos. Sometimes the roots were long and aren't, and it's kind of withering. Put more light on them. Open up a window, something. Let them have light, and they will grow. Trust me.
The one thing about them antlers is looks are deceiving. I bet you there's about 3,000 antlers in that tank.
There's no way 3,000. Maybe 200-300.
some of them things are only about an eighth of an inch long.
Yeah.
They're and it's a cloud. I mean, it's solid almost, like a big fish looking in there.
How you doing? Says, what would you say is the best tank size for some frontosa possibly breeding them? Well, they get up to 12 inches. I have a bunch in a 750-gallon tank, and you know they're the cream of the crop. What's some frontosas I have?
The Zaires.
The Zaire frontosas. So they don't really breed in captivity.
There's a couple of
Yeah, because they got to be what, 700 feet down or something.
200 feet. Yeah,
I
they have
swear
the pressure
they
or something.
pressure.
They need pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. That's something that's almost impossible to do. But I have had Burundi frontosas breed in a 50-gallon aquarium.
Oh yeah, they breed no problem.
They brought
They were
some-
only about 5 inches. It was just a good cool water change with good straight hard water. I was actually using the discharge off of my RO system and running it through the tank. And they just bred like crazy.
Later, Whip.
Take care, Whip. Zanti says, have you ever heard of golden pancheks killifish?
Oh yeah.
Jumpy, snappy little things.
Yep. Look like a mini pike. Beautiful.
Kurt Withrow, your fucking
the
son.
gold Panacheks is a
Says-
beautiful fish.
Rich, that shirt is almost as loud as you are. I don't think so. Kurt's seen me drunk and loud at parties. The shirt is no comparison.
Oh, we did.
I mean, does it seem like loud to you?
It's louder than your black you always wore for the last umpteen years.
This
Yeah.
is true. But
Yes.
when I got 3X, I'm like, I bought like 10 black shirts and like 8 black shorts.
I know. And that's what everybody knows you as now.
Now I
But
can put back
you-
into some of my
you know, right.
clothes. I'm kind of looking cool, you know. I like my shirts.
You've known
now.
him long enough to remember the disco days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when I showed up at his house at the very beginning, I was skinny as fuck.
Uh,
Wait, he's got a picture, he says.
Me.
You remember driving the Ford Edge or Ford Explorer and we almost tipped it?
No, the Bronco. That bitch was driving.
Yeah.
They go in the block.
I'm in the passenger seat and she turned so hard off the highway to
Thank
reach
God,
his.
Freshwater.
I reached over from the passenger seat and I'm like, turned it back because we went up on the side and then I turned the wheel back and we came back down and then I followed the corner all the way through. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no, I don't have that.
That was a good one.
You don't have it?
No, I thought I did.
And then we proceeded to get to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame where I was so drunk. But minutes ago, I just saved our lives.
Yeah.
But I was so drunk that I fell off of.
Oh, that was different. That was different.
It was a different day.
Yes, the one where the bitch was driving, that was you, me, and Dawn, and we were going to Blossom for I forget what concert, but that was concert. It was you.
Was Don
Me.
driving?
No. The bitch was driving. Rich had to reach
Okay.
over. I was in the back seat of my own car.
So you didn't mention the fourth.
But what he's talking about,
Yeah, I got
Rock
you.
and Roll Hall of Fame, that was Tanzik, Ron, Selena, the girl who owned the pet store and her girlfriend,
Donna.
Debbie. Debbie and Lisa, and then Selena, of course, and then me, you. I took Ken. That was his first concert because we won all these tickets, and we went down and we watched Bad Company.
Wasn't Eddie Money there?
No, it was Bad Company and
Just
shit.
back on me.
Yeah. But before we went in, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has this fountain like around it
Yeah.
with, I don't know, a 2-foot little walk.
It's just a little 2-foot little thing.
Yeah. Rich went up,
Schwartz
you
style.
know, and he fell. And he looked like a turtle on his back, you know, needing to roll over and get up on his feet. It was awesome.
Okay, Skylar texts back. She goes, okay, thanks. So she saw all that. She goes, okay, thanks. I think so too. Only $1,000 for that gray Maine Coon. She wants to buy it. So she's buying the gray Maine Coon now. And so anyways, I make my way up that big mountain, climb to that 2 foot high, and I fell down the mountainside.
But you didn't drop your drink.
I'm laying on the in front of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm laying on the cement. I got my at that time it was a beer. I got my beer in my hand. I'm laying on the ground. I fell off a 2 foot mountain, and I fell all the way to the bottom. And I still got my beer in my hand. I did not spill any. And Reaper's got a picture of this. And it looked like a turtle that got capsized.
And when I was moving and these guys came out, we had 2 26-foot trucks, middle of fucking January, middle of a storm. Had to dig it out every time we filled it and left. And shit, and Tracy was there, the boys were there, Ricky and his crew were there.
Yep.
The teachers were there, everybody was there helping us out and shit. Rich is hanging into the back. Well, I actually went up to grab it and said, oops, and went back. But guess what? He had his beer. He
I didn't spill it.
I didn't drop my beer.
I'm laying on my ass in the middle of a winter storm, laying in the snow. I didn't dry my beer.
Yeah, there's many instances in the past of that kind of stuff.
Oh shit! No more questions since we've been talking. You know what I miss, Reed? Showing up at each other's houses with all the computers and putting them together.
Me too.
The death matching of Quake 1, 2, 3 and Windows Quake. We used to have so much fun with that.
And then first it started out with the guys, Scott and all those guys we do at the time. And it was just the 4 or 5 of us exchanging all the information. The one who was the hacker.
You got some programs.
Yeah,
I got some programs.
Yeah, we all exchanged.
Remember Where's the site?
Yeah, we all exchanged and did our thing. And then we sat it up. And
we started playing
gaming.
And then I got you into playing fucking Quake. And we had so much fun.
I'm not a gamer, guys.
But you were during that game.
I did. Well, I did Trade Wars, and that's how I met you. And that was literally, there was no color, there was no guy. It was a graphic game and a lot of macros.
That was a DOS screen.
Yeah, and shit, and that's how we met. And then I ended up doing some Doom and Quake.
We did Doom too. A little bit.
We did Doom.
But we mostly did Quake.
Yeah,
and that was my funnest time. I'd come to your house and I'd stay at your house all night long, staying awake, and we're playing like 8 other people death matching at your table, all cooked together, with the RJ45 cable and stuff. And I miss them days. That was so fun. I love that.
Oh, we didn't have RJ45. We had the old thing with the terminals on.
Oh yeah, the coax with the terminal.
Yeah.
You had to terminate it.
We were original, man. We went back to when they first came.
Right. Yeah, them RJ45 mans. I remember that.
We got a $2.49 euros saying, I'm not going to try to pronounce it. Should I let Jerry say my name again?
Should I let Jerry say my name again? Go ahead.
Go on, Jerry.
Come on, Jerry.
He paid.
That's your new now.
One more time.
Try a little more. Try again.
Oh, it looks like it says have Monique.
And Monique.
Yeah, that's Monique.
I look at it, I go, Henzu Muniki. Okay. What?
There's a message from Kurt above it.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Reaper, I've been meaning to tell you, and now is as good a time as any. I'm moving out. Fuck you. No, is that what he said? He goes, I'll just announce it to everyone. Me and Sarah are officially engaged. We are getting married in July. Oh, shit. No, he is moving out. Holy shit. In July, he's married to his woman.
I guess so.
Wow.
News to me.
Look into how much it costs to bring your trailer into the backyard.
Ouch.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Kurt. You're an awful nice guy. You found someone that can put over your shit. Love it. You know, if you want, I'll come there. I can officiate the wedding. And then I can apologize to her for whatever may come. I'm just kidding, buddy. No, Kurt's a good guy. Oh, yeah. Even Sue Ann says, Kurt, you're going to have Rich marry you? I offered. Vasquez says, Rich, marry him.
Yeah, congrats.
Oh, my goodness. They're all ahead of us. Dude, this is his way of telling you that he's moving out, you know. You got to
right there, Kurt says I'm not moving out.
You're going to get married and not move out. Is she moving in with you?
She's pretty much over there now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Sarah Smith says, I literally left for one night. Holy sweet Jesus. Love you, Sarah. That's amazing. Oh, yeah. Where are you going to have the wedding, Kurt? Can we have it here? I'll marry you. You know, I'll marry you to the dog you bring. You know, you wake up drunk enough, you're married to the dog. Bob Taylor says, blood thin for the Pima name. It is added to the Pima names, yes. Oh, shit. Steve Motion says, no, actually, Reef's moving out. He just don't know yet. Kurt says, that's up to Sarah. Marie Dean says, I know if our wedding would be awesome. Sue Ann says, meant to be. Reaper's son to be the first wedding. Aww. Loren says, after Kurt is married, Reaper is moving out. Only Reaper doesn't know it till now. That's hilarious. You only been paying on the house for a couple of years. It's okay. You give it to your son. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, no pressure, Kurt. We would love to do it here. We'll help you out. You don't have to pay nobody. We'll just do it. Sarah Smith says negative. He cooks the meat like I like. Reaper stays forever. Is that Kurt's wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
She likes my cooking.
All right. So you have a safe spot. You're not having to move out. You're cool.
No, she likes my cooking. She likes my steaks and my meats.
Well, you know.
Well, I do cook. I can cook.
Sue Ann says, Depth, your dog needs to go out. She's in charge. That's all I'm thinking. She don't yell through the house. She texts her husband in the other room. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, shit. Lorenz says, Reaper, how does it feel 9 months before you're a granddaddy? Happy American Dad says, Big Rich, I missed it if you answered. Did you end up making a mount for Brutus, or are you going to end up doing one for Schwarzenegger? No.
Neither, because
it's
it's
too expensive. We dug a hole and we buried him.
Yeah, it's just too expensive. Way too expensive.
Sue Ann says, we're in the same room, but still not talking. She texted him in the same room. Nate says, what did you and the 3 Latinas end up doing last Fishy Friday? We went downstairs, played pool for a couple hours, and they went home. We drank a little bit. We had tunes going. Stu Strickland says, more Camaro, dude. Of course. I'll always put the Camaro on there. Lars Breedman says, I want to get married at OFR, just searching for someone to marry. Aren't we all?
Yeah, I think that's the truth. I joined a new dating site.
Did you?
Yeah, it's called Carbon Dating.
Carbon dating?
Yeah, well, I'm so old.
Are you 2,000 years old? Do you need a husband? Yes, we have one here. He's 2,100 years old. He can cook, ladies. Why don't we do an OFR, you know? Let's find everybody here, guys. No. Reaper needs a wife. Okay?
Don't.
What's your style? What do you like?
No.
Come on now. What do you like?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. In fact, I'm going to get going. I'm going to go out back.
Oh, my God.
Have a cigarette. And...
Yeah, I got to go feed the fish and stuff. So you're on your own, bro. Vacate you.
But I'm glad I stopped in. Had a good time.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Yeah,
and also with you.
And stay fishy.
Stay fishy, my friends.
Oh my God, I'm out my 3 drinks.
Shit. He didn't last much longer neither.
I'm going to throw this back in the pool now.
Don't do it, Jerry. Don't do it.
No.
Oh, shit. You got everything? You sure?
Hell no. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I got too much Schwartz tonight.
You can go to the hospital and get that hard on taken away. They hit you with a needle.
I'm glad they can't see me right now.
I don't want to see you right now.
Well.
Take care, brother. Oh, shit. Hey, Jerry. You should have talked to them for a couple minutes so I could go make me another drink and stay on late time. They're gone. They don't give a shit about me. They don't care. Yeah, Reaper don't give a shit either. Neither does Jerry. Fuck them both. I heard you come out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Hey, can you bring me some Reap? If you really truly love me, I would have to walk away from the live stream to make a drink. Okay. Just 2 fingers.
Oh, 2
Thank
fingers?
you. Yep.
3?
Not 3. I don't want to get too fucked up. Sean says they abandoned us. Here, let me move my chair over. I can get in the middle and scoop this stuff over. There we go. A little more. Push Jerry out the way. There we go. Turn this to. There we go. Just me now, guys. See, who's here for you? It's always me. See look how gray I am. I look black and white. That's why I turned up the color earlier. What the hell is this Rick Stanton piece of shit? You're going to have fun blocking all the accounts I can create? I don't care. I've got mods. We can do it. We'll keep deleting if you say anything ignorant. Who the hell are you? If you got something to say to me, show up at my door. I'll gladly talk to you. You act like a piece of shit, you get deleted like a piece of shit. I'm sorry, guys. I deal with this kind of shit all the time. And it pisses me off. Bell Star says, it's after hours. Will you now go shirtless? Told you, baby. I'll show you my GoFundMe. Or I'm not GoFundMe. My, what's it called? My OnlyFans later. Sue Ann says, game on, motherfucker. She's ready to delete your accounts. Thank you, Reed. Love you, bro. You take care.
Later, dudes.
Summer Lee called him pathetic. Yeah, people like that, I don't understand. You know, we do so much to help so many people out. You know, even just today, we gave away like probably $400 worth of stuff, helping people out. You know, this person came over and they bought a $50 fish tank, and I gave them a light, a hood, a heater, gravel, decorations, and you know, just set them up. And they were like, oh my God, you don't have to do all this. I'm like, no, it's stuff that we have here that was given to us. We'd love to, you know, help people out, and that's what we do. So, you know, he left out of here with a $50, I think it was a 75 gallon for $50, and then it was completely set up with everything he needed, you know, and he loved it, you know. Xanthi says, I think it would be so cool to hang out with you, Rich. You know, we hang out all day, every single day, and people come here and then they hang out, and, you know, everybody has fun here. Stephen Machin says, Reef's cool, but do you really want to drink that drink? He wants that red bike. As soon as I pass, he gets one of my bikes. Okay. I trust Reaper this much. Melissa says, you always do that too for many years. Well, thank you for noticing. You know, we try and help. You know, like the blue Harley I got, I put it in the paper for $7,000. But I told everybody in the OFR, the video I did and all that, you can have it for, I think it was $5,500, I said. Just because you're part of the fishy family, you know? So. Thank you, Sue Ann, for having our back and, you know, sticking up for the rescue and this piece of, here's what I don't understand. Okay. A friend of mine for 30 years, and he's a drug addict. So I never let him, you know, hang out at my house, this and that. But him and his girlfriend were living in their car, and they got in an accident. And their car was totaled, and they had no place to go. So I said, he asked me, I need a week or two, bro. Can I stay there? I'm like, sure. A week or two, no problem. Then it turns into 3 months. Then my son comes over, and he's like, he smelled the cigar, because they what they did was they smoked cigarettes, him and his wife both, and then they went out on the back deck. Also, I never let people smoke in the house, but on the back deck they're smoking cigarettes, but they also took blunt wrappers, which are cigars, and they wrapped up weed in it, and that's what they smelled like constantly. So my son comes over here and he's like, I don't want my daughter around this bullshit. And he tells me I cannot see my granddaughter until these people are gone. And he begs me for 1 more month. So I let him stay another month. I'm going without seeing my granddaughter. The only time I can see him is when I can get away from here and can go over there. Then the second month, he begs me and begs me and begs me. And I'm like, dude, okay, look, 1 more time, 1 more month. Third month comes around. He begged me, and I'm like, no, you promised me you'd be out by the 1st. On the last month, you swore you'd be out by the 1st. It's the 3rd now. It's time for you to leave. You know, you're making me choose between seeing my granddaughter and you, and my granddaughter's going to win every single time. And even after that, he was like, okay, so there's no chance, blah, blah, blah. And he got loud with me too. And then I'm like, no, there's no chance. Absolutely not. No. So then he's like, okay, well, I hope it don't ruin our 30-year friendship. You know, I'm going to go ahead and go. Well, look at this. Imagine that he found a place and he got a place to go to. Then 2 days later, I get a message, the most ignorant, ugly, retarded message I've ever received from anybody about how Oh, I know you killed Tracy. I know you're living fat off the log of her Social Security. I mean, all this retarded stuff. Like how could anyone say that? You know, I mean, it was ridiculous to me. So I answered him back. I'm like, dude, if you got something to say like that to me, come to my house. I will, come say that to my face. Period. And he wouldn't come over. And then I was like, you're just a piece of shit. Where's the thank you for letting you live here for 5 months where I couldn't even see my granddaughter? You should be thankful, not turn on me and say that I killed Tracy, which is the most ridiculous thing ever. He tried accusing that I gave her too much GHB. Well, when somebody has a cardiac arrest and then, she's brought back to life, they go to the hospital. First thing they do is take blood. They take the blood samples. Is she drunk? Is she, and is she on any drugs? Anything? They didn't see no GHB, no nothing. So everything he said is null and void. He's just his stupidity, and to think that I have somebody that I helped out so much is treating me like this, dude. I want to beat the living shit out of this motherfucker. He's pathetic. He's just horrible, So that's what all this was about this last couple of weeks. And, and that's who is tonight is saying, I'll make as many, accounts as possible, blah, blah, blah. He's just a piece of shit. Summerlee says he was never a friend. He's shown that before he moved out. For sure. Loren says, big rich drug addicts only think about themselves. Absolutely. And that's what we found. After he moved out, we found that they were breaking into Tracy's stuff, and they have saline packets in Tracy's room. And they were out there breaking into her stuff because we found like 12 saline packets in the bedroom, under the bed and in the drawers. And we're like, what the hell? I asked the nurse, and they're like, that's what they mix their drugs with, before they, shoot them up IV. So then I'm like, I'm not really believing the nurse, but then we're cleaning out their bedroom and we found like, I don't know, 15 needles. They were shooting heroin in my bedroom. And I don't allow no drugs at my house, And that was the biggest thing with him is, you can't be, doing drugs at my house. He goes, oh no, we did the whole, I forget what it was, where they got prescribed this whole thing and they went through rehab and they're not on heroin no more. So I let him stay here. So I don't know. He's a piece of shit. I thought he was a friend and I helped him out as much as I can. Instead of being grateful, now he said he was going to take me down because I wouldn't let him live here no more. Plain and simple, I can't see my granddaughter because you live here. You're going to have to move on. You said a week and a half. You've been here 5 months. He's a piece of shit. So anyways, that's the guy trying to make accounts and trying to, like Doobie says, run his mouth after he's gone. Now he's got an account called Brand on Lee. He's a piece of shit. Mary Oliver says, my youngest daughter smokes blunts. Weed stinks so much smoking it that way because others use bowls and it smells tall. See, I remember back in the 80s when Cincy came out, that was a really good smell. I loved the smell of that. You had dirt weed and you had Cincy. Now everything smells like skunk, and then they put it in cigar wraps and it's even worse. It's just horrible smelling. He's such a piece of shit. Oh, and then he brings up all this felonious assault. I was a bouncer for 20 years. I've got 5 felonious assaults against me because people got bounced out of the bar and then they called the cops.
I have a bunch of felonious assaults. That's just my life. That's how it was. And, you know, then he brings up one thing about kidnapping. Yes, I did get charged with kidnapping because I carried the guy 5 foot out of the walkway and moved him aside. And, you know, they tried charging me with kidnapping and it didn't stick. I didn't get charged. It's not even on my, I don't know why it's still on my record that I got charged that, because I never got charged with kidnapping. In other words, I never got found guilty of kidnapping. It was a fight outside of a bar at 2:30 in the morning. Some guy's being ignorant, and you know, I take him outside, and he gets in my face, and I end up hitting him, and he's laying on the ground. So I grab him and move him over like 5 foot, and later I get charged with kidnapping and felonious assault. It's not that bad, like he's trying to come up with. You know, I don't know. Vasquez family says, yeah, he hides behind the keyboard. He's no manhood, just a junkie. DJ, anytime you're ready to take me on, come to my door. I will fight you. No problem. I mean, he's not even in my class. I will devastate this man. He is nothing. You know, if it wasn't for his girlfriend, he wouldn't be anywhere right now. His girlfriend does everything for him. He's that much of a lazy piece of shit. So, you know, I don't know. Fuck DJ. Melissa says being charged is completely different than being convicted. Well, you got to understand, I was a bouncer for 20 years, and yeah, I got 5, you know, assault charges against me over those 20 years. And it wasn't like I'm taking over, but you know, you get a guy in there, and usually it's the small guys, these little guys. And you know, the boss tells you, get him out of here. So I grab him up and I take him outside and I throw him out and I shut the door. And they're pounding on the door. They're trying to get back in. And next thing you know, they make their way back in and I have to grab them again and I take them outside. You know, they want to stand up to me, you know, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I end up, you know, either putting them in the sleeper hold or knocking them the fuck out because they keep trying to get back in the bar. And then the cops come and I get charged. You know, one time I got arrested as I was actually the band playing that night. And I go outside and the bouncer's there and this and that. And then this guy comes in, he's causing all these problems. And I take him and I throw him aside. Yo, bro, you're not coming in. Plain and simple, you know? Hello? Dude, you're a piece of shit. If I ever catch you, I will beat the fuck out of you. You are a piece of shit. Lying little son of a bitch. If you ever be a man, come by my house. DJ. So anyways. So the cops come and I get arrested for, you know, assault. DJ, you are a worthless piece of shit. You've been worthless all your life. You've amounted to nothing. Your girlfriend is nothing. She wouldn't be with you if you weren't getting a settlement. Trust me. You're useless. You're a piece of shit. You amount to nothing. Your kids. Who do you even know your kids? No, because they don't hang out with you because you didn't raise them because you're a worthless piece of shit. Okay? Stop calling me. You're done. You're over with. Show up at my house if you have any balls at all. Please show up at my house. Please. Please. I'm going to shut my phone off. Power off. What a piece of shit. So anyways, so I go to jail. The cops arrest me because this guy has a mark on his face where I punched him in his mouth. So anyways, I'm in jail. The bar owner comes and gets me out and bonds me out because we have to play the second half of the show. And I'm the guitarist. Yeah. So we go back and I'm like, oh my God, this and that. It was crazy. But you know what? I'm still friends with that bar owner. You know, he come and got me out of jail, you know. But yes, over the years, I've got all these assault charges on my record because I was a bouncer for so many years. It's just going to happen, you know. I don't know. So, anyways, Joanne Anella says a drug user can never be reasoned with. Well, that ain't that the truth. I gave that guy 5 months of living here, 3 months where I couldn't see my daughter or my granddaughter. And he's, instead of being thankful for everything I did for him, he's now vengeful because I told him he had to leave. That's crazy. You know, you're supposed to take care of me. I'm mad at you because you won't take care of me no more. I'm not your father. I'm not your stepfather. I was your friend, and now you've ruined that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I don't know. So it's just stuff I have to deal with. How old is this DJ idiot? 52, I think. He was about 8 years younger than me, so I'm 60, so 52. Melissa says we don't believe anything he says. You can believe what he says because some of it's true. I did get, assault charges all my life. I did get a kidnapping charge. I wasn't found guilty, and it shouldn't even be on my record. I don't know why it is. I do take care of Tracy, and it's been like 7 years, Oh my God, Steve Mochin, thank you very much. You're 62. Thank you so much for reminding me. Motherfucker. So he's 54 then. Fucker. And it wasn't even a bad pass. I was, I was playing out in the band three nights a week. I was bouncing 3 nights a week. I was painting cars at Earl Shive during the day. I had my own carpet cleaning company, and I was also working on cars at my house any spare time I had. So it wasn't a bad part of my life. You know what I'm saying? I was busting ass and trying to get ahead, and shit happened. That's all. Belsar, I love you. She says, you're 45 to me. Oh, that makes me feel so good. Bob Taylor says, never turn your back on a drug user. For sure. Just Karen discovered the internet says, Rich, be careful. Druggies are unhinged and irrational, act on impulse, and highly unpredictable. He doesn't sound man enough to use hands. If he owns a gun, I'd be careful. He sounds crazy. He's a piece of shit. If he'd show up here, I'll fight him. Come on, DJ. Quit being a loser. Show up here. Show me. Come on now. You know what? I told him, because he accused me of trying to get with his girl. I don't want his girl. For one, his girl smokes. His girl smokes cigars. His girl smokes weed. To me, I can see the hottest woman on the planet, and she looks so good walking down the runway. As soon as I see a cigarette in her mouth, I don't want her. You know what I'm saying? She looks ugly to me. I don't like that. And then cigars, even worse. And then weed, I don't like the smell of that. I don't want to taste that. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. And I never once hit on his girl at all, period, ever. And, and he thinks that I want his girl or some shit. I don't know. I can get way better than his girl just by saying yes online by many people that have offered. I'm not looking for another girl. I'm not trying, I don't know. She's just ugly to me, and I don't like her. But you know what? One of the letters I sent him was, you know what? I have spare houses. I'm willing to give your girl a house just to piss you off and upset you and send you pictures of us together. I did that out of revenge and hatefulness, and I shouldn't have done that. That's not who I am. But I did send that to him. And, now he's gone off the wall. He's you see how ignorant he is. But the point was, I helped him and his girlfriend out. I never hit on his girl. They slept all the time. I called them vampires is what I did. Because at 4 o'clock in the morning, she'd be out there cooking, and making a big loud noise and all this stuff and wake the other couple up that was downstairs. That couple came up and yelled at her. I'm like, I don't need none of this stuff in my house. Stay awake during the day. DJ's like, I'm trying to stay out of your way. I'd rather you be in my way and here hanging out with me, because I can't get out. So I love people hanging around. You've been here all day and staying in your bed sleeping. Well, later I found out, yeah, that's because they're doing heroin and they're sleeping all damn night, all day. So, he's just a piece of shit. Not a friend ever. Just Karen discovered the internet, says drug addicts will always take advantage of good people and guilt trip them. Don't fall for that trip. No. DJ said some things that were so evil that I will never forgive him. I don't care if he comes here right now crying and begging me to forgive him. There is no forgiveness for what he has said to me. He accused me of killing Tracy and overdosing her with GHB and all this other stuff. And I proved that is not a thing, because as soon as she went to the hospital, they took her bloods. She was not drunk. She did not have too much GHB. She had no GHB. She did not have any other kind of drug in her, and so as far as I'm concerned, I'm absolved of any craziness he's saying. And then he keeps on pushing it, to say these evil things. My Tracy is precious to me. I will never stop taking care of that girl. Period. I don't care what happened in 1995 and we got a divorce. She has proved herself to be such a good person since. I will take care of her till the day I take my last breath. Period. I will. There's no stopping that. And when you have that kind of love for somebody, this asshole and his loser girlfriend that is only staying with him because he's supposedly getting 100 or 200,000 from this car accident they had when they wrecked their car. She ain't loyal. She cheated on him many times before this. Now they're having this settlement coming in. She's all of a sudden loyal. Come on, you know better than that. Mr. Minister says, Rich, where can we get those fish drinks tumbler from? Very cool. Okay, you have to set up a green screen back wall. And this is actually green. But because it's green, it is the same color as the background. So it lets the background go through everything. So that's what you're going to do. In other words, here's a piece of green screen. It's just a piece of green material. I can put it here. I can put it anywhere. And it looks like the Wile E. Coyote that you can put a hole in the ground and you fall through, It's green screen, So you can't do it for every other video or something like that. Mike says, hey, Rich, love what you do. Every week you're showing a new room in your house or some cool toy. Well, thank you. AJ, which is Raheem, put on Arnold 50 times. Okay. Here's to you, Raheem. Yeah, I can't keep up with all 50 Arnolds. I can drink once every time Raheem does this. Oh, geez, you guys said a lot of stuff here. See, now, Just a Karen discovered the internet, said, Rich, be careful. Druggies are unhinged and irrational, act on impulse, and highly unpredictable. He doesn't sound man enough to use hands. And if he owns a gun, I'd be careful. I'm not worried about him owning a gun because he's a felon, blah, blah, blah. But if he showed up here, I have every right to defend myself and everything else. And he will leave here with a broken jaw passed out, and what I'd like to say is his girlfriend raw and walking sideways for weeks. But I can't say that because she's too ugly and too dirty for me. I will never touch that girl. I never gave her an inclination that I liked her. I accused her of being a prostitute when she was here because she would leave at like 2 o'clock in the morning and come back at like 5 o'clock and have like 3 or 4 bags of groceries with her. I'm like, are you actually going out being a prostitute? And she's like, I'm not a prostitute. Okay, but I accused her of that while she was here because that's the way she acts. I want goodness and caring and somebody that's there for you. I believe in, like, if I'm good to you, here's the thing. If I'm good to you and I help you out, okay, I don't expect nothing from it. But what I do expect is loyalty in return. Oh man, this motherfucker let me stay there for 5 months out for whatever he needs. I'll be there helping him. That's what I expect. I don't expect you to pay me. I don't expect you to, pay me back. I don't expect, none of that. And I don't want to do your damn girlfriend, who I think is a hooker. But what I do expect is some loyalty. And he had no loyalty to me once I threw him out. And I didn't throw him out. I told him, you promised to leave by the 1st. I'm going to hold you to your word. You have to be out. And it was the 5th by the time he left. I can't let you stay another month. You're making me choose between my granddaughter and you. And now all of a sudden, because I don't let you stay there another month, you're going to turn on me and do all this stuff and say I killed Tracy and that I overdosed her and that I tried hitting on your girlfriend. I mean, it's just all ignorant. I'm a good person, and everybody that comes here, you'll know, I help out. I give away stuff. I help everybody out that comes here, and even people that stay here. Other people are like, oh my God, this is such a cool place. I love this, this and that. It's this guy is being a piece of shit, and he ain't hurting nobody but himself. He ain't hurting me or my image or my, what do you call that? My reputation. He ain't hurting me. He's hurting himself because I can tell everybody about how DJ is, I made a mistake being friends with him for 30 years. So anyways, here's the thing. One more thing. If he does show up, if I go out and find where he is and I whoop his ass, I might go to jail for a few days, whatever, and then have to go to court. I found one of my buddies is like, dude, for $50, I know 3 people that'll show up, whoop his ass, not say a word, and blah, blah, blah. I can pay that $150 and have all 3 show up and, whatever. I'm not doing any of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm here doing my life, and he's interrupting into my life, trying to make me look bad, I guess. I don't know. He's a piece of shit. I didn't do what, I can pay that $50 and then I don't have to go to jail. Myself, I'd rather show up here. Let me beat your damn ass. I'll go to jail. I don't care. My son will watch Tracy, I'll get out. It's fine. He's a piece of shit. Geez, I skipped a lot here. Oh, Sue Ann says, so Rich, can we expect a video soon of the Camaro out on the street? Yes, ma'am. Are you coming out anytime soon? I'll take you out in the Camaro. Remember, see, the Camaro sat for 3 years the last time, and we had to take apart all the carburetors and everything. This time, we ran race fuel through it, and we ran it out of fuel. So nothing is going to, you know, dry up and make cobwebs in the carbs. Nothing. It was dry. It ran out of fuel. We pushed it in the garage. So all I got to do is buy some race fuel, put it in the gas can, turn on the ignition, let the pump run for a couple seconds, and then start it. It'll start right up, and we'll be fine. So this summer, it's ready to go. We don't have to do anything special. Carly Jim says that if you draw blood, go get tested. Yeah, that's always a thing you got to look for. DJ equals disrespectful jerk off. Perfect. I like that. Marie Dean says you are a good person, going over and above, helping people out. That's what I thought I was doing. And obviously I was wrong. Sean says you can never do enough for an addict. They don't appreciate anything. This is so true. Oh my God, so true. The Vasquez family says, how's your grandson? He's doing so good. Laura's such a good, great big sister. She holds him. She carries him around. I go over there and I, he's laying down sleeping and she's like, stop, Grandpa. You're going to wake him. Like, it's okay, honey. She was looking out for her baby brother more than caring about Grandpa. I was like, oh, you're such a good big sister. J Rod says, Bruce, don't even bother with this clown, screw his ass. Of course. Harley Jem says, addiction and narcissism go hand in hand. Wow, that's very true. Dominic says, stay calm and look after yourself. Don't fight, Rich. Man, you don't understand how much I want to just snatch his ass up. Sue Ann says, actually, Rich, you said I could drive. Whatever that means. If I said it, I meant it. Marie Dean says, Sue Ann, if you drive, I'll ride with you. You guys coming? When you coming? That's what I want to know. What's nice is I have all the bedrooms in my house open again. And now I'm building that room in the basement. We just built the first table for the Rockenbach and put the carpet on it today. All we got to do tomorrow is pull the carpet back and paint the 1x4 trim and the legs going down. And it's done. The Sue says, actually, Rich, you said I could drive. I don't know what that is. Mary Dean says, Sue Ann, you drive and I'll ride with you. David Smith says, how's the new arapaima doing it? The most fun, he's doing great. Sue Ann says, summer cookout. I would love to start planning that now. Yes. I want that. I want to do that. This last summer, there was just so much going on. It was crazy. And things have calmed down, and I've gotten a lot of projects caught up over the winter. I mean, I've been working my ass off. And Harley Jem says, full room and toy tour when done. Of course, we got the first table almost done. We'll finish it tomorrow. Then the next table will be the AFX set, and then the room will be done and ready for the grandkids. Doopy says, I don't care about the rescue. I want to play in that game room. Come on over. You're more than welcome. So Ann said, second week of July. If that's what you want, let's start planning on it. You guys don't understand. I am so trapped here and I can never get out that I love when people are around. Like even when DJ was here, he stayed in his room 24/7 and they only came out at like 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock and in the morning AM, and they would cook something and then go back to bed. but they were pots, pans, dishes stomping on the floor, and the people downstairs were upset about it. You know, I told him many times, you know, be up during the day, and you know, what I need to see, and I said this to him, I need to see that you're trying to find a place. You sleep all day, you're just relaxing and living off of me. I need to see you up and trying to find a place, you know, whatever, you know, run your whatever. I need you to try and find someplace else. I need to see this. And you laying around sleeping all day isn't helping me. Now I just feel like you're taking advantage of me. And that's how I went for like 2 or 3 months, kept saying that to him. At the end, I was just like, no, you promised you were out here at the first. You're not out at the first. I want you out. And he's like, nothing I can say. And I'm like, no, nothing. You're asking me to change between, you know, or choose between my granddaughter and you. I want to see my granddaughter again because you're here. I can't see her, you know. And that's when he got mad and left and turned on me. I don't understand turning on somebody. He could have had a place to stay later in life if he was just nice and been like, okay, thank you for the 5 months you let me stay here. You know, I'm going to move on. I want you to see your granddaughter. And that's the way he should have left. And then he pulls this shit. What a piece of shit. Sue Ann says, I would love to set it up. Mods get a hold of me. Yes. Marie Dean says, we'll have to check nurse's schedule for July. Here's the nurse's schedule. 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we have an 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. nurse. So we're okay, you know. I have to watch her all night long, all week. And then, you know, the weekend I can catch up a little bit. But if we're having a yard sale here, I'll stay up for that. No problem. Oh, Marie Dean says for her daughter to have to check the nurse's schedule. Gotcha. And anybody that needs to come in and stay the weekend for the live stream, I have 3 bedrooms open. We can, you know, push all 3 bedrooms. So any of you guys want to make the trip, let me know. You don't have to pay for a hotel room. I'll put you up in a room here. Well, obviously we got Sue Ann and Deb Charge are going to stay in one. So we got 2 more rooms open. J Rod says, everything you guys do is amazing. Don't let anybody get to you. Cheers to you, Rich. Summerly says, I'd sleep in the fish room. I do have a spare mattress that I can throw on top of the hot tub. It's a queen size memory foam mattress. We can throw it on top of the hot tub and people can sleep there. Loren says, Big Rich have a bedroom for Reaper so he can drink and don't have to drive. You know, I've tried that for years, and he drinks a little bit, and then he sticks out for a little bit, and then he drives home. He never stays over. Oh, also, Marie Dean says, camp out at Opera. I've got plenty of land, and I've got 3 tents myself. We can have people setting up tents in the backyard for sure. MK Cichlid says, Rich, you got to stop letting all these misfits into your house. You want to help, but most of these people are just looking for a handout. Focus on your own peace at this point. You know what? Since these people have left, both sets of couples, it's just me and Jerry here, and it's so much more peaceful. It's so nice. Jerry, none of his food comes up missing. He's so happy anymore. You know, it's just so nice. It's very nice. Summer Lee says an air mattress right in front of the 4400. How about an air mattress floating on the pool that you can sleep on that all you want? Depth charge says, can I sleep on an air mattress on the pond? Of course you can. It's just been so nice since nobody's here now. The house stays clean. I'm a neat freak, and I clean the house, and I don't have to clean up after anybody else. So, I mean, it's just so nice now. And Jerry, you know, he comes and goes, and I don't know. It's just very nice. It's been so relaxing for the last 2 months now, or a month and a half, however it's been since I threw GG out. Loren says, well, if Jerry's food goes missing, now don't you know who did it? Yeah, I would be taking Jerry's food if it was missing. I don't eat, you know, food. You know, Jerry eats every single day, you know, 7 times a day. I don't. I really don't. I barely eat anything because I'm loving losing weight. I'm 266 today. So, I mean, I am down from 340. So I'm like, shit. 40, 80 would be 360. So I'm 76 pounds down. I don't eat, and I don't touch Jerry's food. I don't look in Jerry's cabinets. And that's what I got upset about with, you know, DJ and his old lady here. Stephanie was going through, I hear noise in the kitchen. So I look up from my bed and I see there's the kitchen on the cameras. And she's going through Jerry's cabinet. She's going through Jerry's other cabinet. She's going through my cabinet. I'm like, what the hell? Why are you going through other people's cabinets? I gave her her own spot. This is your cabinet. This is your drawer, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. So I talked to her about it the next day, and next thing you know, we go through it again, and she's out there going through other people's food again. And so I yell at her, and I say something, and she goes to bed. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was my cabinet. No, it's not your cabinet. I gave you this cabinet. This is Jerry's. Don't go into Jerry's cabinet. You know, now I'm being like this little fucking kid at Romper Room, making sure the kids don't go in the wrong lockers. You know, it was so stupid. You know, it was ridiculous. You know, you're an adult. Act like a damn adult. You know, that's all. I don't know. Suez says, dude, did you ever shave your chest? No, I've got hair there. Ow, 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 ow. There's hair there. But here, let me show you. In my system, I don't have no hair on my chest pretty much other than a little bit right here. And that didn't show up till I was 50. I am, you know, Indian as nature. And I barely had no hair anywhere on my body until I reached like 50. Then I get a little few hairs right here. I don't have a big hairy chest. I don't have a hairy back. I don't have no, but I had long hair, you know. So I don't know. Oh, Sue Ann, you did that for Bellstar? Wanted me to open my chest. There's no lump here. There's no. I got, you know, my it's right here. Stop it. Oh my God. Hayden says Bellstar got a little nip slip. You guys are fucking hilarious. That's funny. I tell you what, if I was one of those, you know, OnlyFans stars and blah blah blah, and I'm going to give myself to like one person out there that's a follower, I would do it. You know, come on, you know, in here, Bellstar, you deserve it. You've been so kind and so nice for so long. You deserve that, you know. And then we would do an OnlyFans thing, but. Summerlee says, Rich, strip. Belle's going to faint. You guys are funny. Big Junior Chambliss says, Big Rich, my wife said that God perfected your chest so he didn't cover it up. Wow. Oh my God. You guys are hilarious. And Keith Throne says, this isn't a Super Bowl halftime. Doopy says, only mans? Not only fans. Oh, this is getting hilarious tonight, guys. You guys are absolutely off the wall tonight. All right. How about some more questions? I've got this much more of a drink. It's 9 o'clock. It'll probably last me till about 9:20. Oh, Bob Taylor said the mermaid trio from last week. I don't know when they're coming over, but they did agree to do mermaid, outfit thing. Lorenz says, Big Rich, I didn't see how you do your eggs peeling. I'm going to make a video about that soon. But it's real simple. Okay. Can't even tell you. I got to make the video. Just keep watching. I'll make the video of it real soon for you. I mean, it works every time. It's so perfect. As long as you follow these rules, it works. So it says, best mermaids ever, Rich. Rich, Josh, and Rod. Oh, man, that was the three of us were in mermaid costumes. That was hilarious. I mean, you guys don't want to see that again. Come on. Summerlee says, fact, Sue-Ann. And Granberg says, hello, Big Rich. What's up? Harley Jem says, my son bought a Blackmore. It's in with Corridorus, and I think it's a Corridor. Oh, it thinks it's a Corridor now. Yeah, they're very, sociable fish, and you put them in with other things, they'll take on the characteristics around them. Xanthi says, do the couples who stayed pay for anything? Not if I'm helping you out. You don't have to pay no rent here. I'm just giving you a place for a little bit. DJ stayed. After the second month, he offered me, a $400 a month to stay the third month. And the third month is when, Richie or Joshy wouldn't let Laura come over no more. So I took his $400 a month. And then the fourth month was another time. And then the fifth month, I said, no, that's it. I'm done. You promised to be out of here by the first. I don't care what you can pay me $2,000. It's not worth me not seeing my granddaughter. You promised to be out by the first. I gave you this last month. That's it. So yeah, he paid $400 at that point, but the first 2 months were free. Lorenz Cortas says, Big Rich, do you know how Bambi is doing? No. After she stopped, hanging on here, I haven't heard not one thing from Bambi. I don't know what happened. I don't know how she's doing. I don't know nothing. She was very sweet. But also at the same time, I have to go to the bathroom and there's nobody here. You guys are going to have to talk amongst yourselves. The bathroom's right there. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Holly Jem says, "Do we get a prize when we hear him pee?" Did you guys hear me pee? What the fuck? Nate says, "I think Bambi was Team Skylar and logged off once Skylar wasn't a friend." It's not that she's not a friend. She still texts me every day or every couple of days. I just didn't like the way Skylar treated me for the last couple of years. She treated me very mean and like I'm supposed to like I was her father and she can do whatever she wants at my house. I'm like, no, I'm a friend giving you a place to stay. You can't act like that. You got to be nice, you know? And she wasn't very nice to me. And she got very mad about this because she wants to be nice to everybody new around her. But the people that are taking care of her, she acts like you're supposed to, you know? And she treated me shitty. And I kept telling her, you know, and that was the whole thing. You know, you can't keep living here if you keep treating me shitty. You know, I don't want to be treated shitty. And she chose to move out that day when I said, you got to treat me nicer or move out. She chose to move out. So, I mean, it's not like I didn't warn her first. You know, you got to be nice to me. That's all I'm asking. I want some gratitude. I want some, you know, be nice to me because I'm being nice to you. Her mother threw her the fuck out and I let her live here. And, you know, I don't know. Let's just get past that. Anyways. Jay Rice says, "Oh my God, yes, I seen that. Was so damn funny. I don't know what you saw. Let us know." Suanne says, "Bob, I was wondering about Gracie as well last week. Heard she was going into physical rehab." Who's Gracie? What are you talking about? Xanthi says, "Who else has math exactly which fish does what on the background screen?" Oh, Ross Dingle says, "Bye. See ya, bud. Take care, Ross." J Rod says, "Hey guys, what can I put in my fish pond instead of koi fish?" Oh, you can do paddlefish, you can do sturgeon, you can do bass, bluegill if you want to, you know, fish out there. You know, it depends on what you want. Loren says, "Yes, Big Rich, we heard it. Niagara Falls was nothing compared to that." I'm sorry. Sean says, "What's Brock been up to?" I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know. Last time he called, he was like, "Sorry for not, you know, checking in with you. I'd like to come over, blah, blah, blah." And he's supposed to come over and go out on the boat with us come summertime. So, you know, he's still around. Oh, J Rod says, "Oh, I was talking about the mermaids video." Gotcha. Hayden says, "Gracie and her gaggle." Okay, that girl. Gotcha. So that says, "Really rich." Sorry, Gracie. You know, Reaper's daughter is named Gracie. I mean, I've got 1,000 people here that I'm trying to compare. You say this and that, and sorry, you got to remind me who is what, you know. And then I can talk to you about that subject once I know who is who. Summerlee says, "Reaper has a daughter." He has 2 kids and a daughter. Yes. There's Gracie and Kurt and Ken, which are basically all 3 kids are from his other half that is left now. Dawn, that's her 3 kids when they got together. But anyways. Xanthi says, "Is your mother alive?" No. My mother passed like 10 years ago. My father's still alive. He's big time, like an old old school hunter type guy. He still goes out hunting 3 times a week. You know, he has his coon dogs, he has his rabbit dogs. He basically raises dogs now and sells the dogs off, you know, for a couple $1,000, pre-trained to go hunting. So that's his main thing now. But yeah, he's still around. Loren says, I think the question was, does Reaper have kids of his own? Not that I know of. Not that I've heard about. And if he does, he hasn't talked to them in many years because I haven't heard nothing about it. So I don't think so. Manny Davis says, good night, Big Rich. Stay fishy. You always look amazing in the videos. Oh, thank you, Manny. Appreciate it. I got 2 girls that look after me and think that I'm something. Thank you, girls. Thank you both. Let me see here. All right. You guys are fucking hilarious. Nate says, yeah, I think Reap has mentioned before he had a couple of kids he's not in contact with. You call him because I don't think so, but you know, it's possible. Oh shit, my phone's dead. Shut off. Okay, this is a 2X and it's a little bit, you know, big on me. I could make it smaller now, but you know, it's too. I usually wear that thing in my chest and it just falls off. It's useless. How is it off? It's 71%. Okay, now it's back on. This don't make sense at all. Unlock my secure folder. Okay. Skylar sent another message about discount Maine Coon cats. All right. Now, this one. All right, let me call Reaper. There we go. Probably still driving home. Oh, Sue Ann says, you shut your phone off. That makes sense now. Hey, what's up, Reap? People are asking, I know that Ken and Kurt and Gracie were your wife's kids. Do you have any kids of your own? You have 3? Holy fuck. What's their names? Melissa, Angela, and Bradley. How am I just learning about this now? I thought you were your best friend. I was your best friend. What the fuck? I don't remember yet. He said he told me many times before. I just don't remember. Your wife, Sue, your first wife. Okay. 3rd wife? So what was Dawn, your 4th wife? Holy shit, bro. The things I learned about my best friend. What the fuck? Wow. Wow. Okay. Have they ever reached out to you? Have you tried to get in hold of them? Was it a thing where the mother took them and you had no contact? Definite situation for sure. Uh, I'm sorry, brother. So you saved up all the money to see him, right? And what happened in court? Back when you had a pager, okay. hmm Oh yeah, you were running all the houses and stuff. Yeah, I remember that. Oh shit. Ah. Oh man. Oh shit. Guys, I can't tell you all this that I'm learning. I can't say it all. It's his story to tell. Holy shit. Wait, this is information overload, bro. I'm sorry. This is way too much for me to digest. I'm sorry. Wow. What the fuck, bro? Um, damn. Okay. So basically the end result is you're not in contact with them right now. Wow. Wow. Oh, you never got to meet your son? Wow. This from that same court bullshit? Yeah, this was 38 years ago. Oh fuck. Your own brother. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I can't repeat that to everybody here. They're all wanting to know. I'm still live, bro. You're on live right now. I'm sorry. Look, if I did want to repeat that, I can't remember all that anyway. We're good. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's some bullshit. Right. Wow. All right, bro. I'll let you go. I had to call because this whole conversation was all about you. All right. You take care, brother. Bye bye. You guys are right. I don't watch Reaper's channel. He did talk about him. He has 3 kids. He met his 2 daughters. He went through court. He did never meet his son. And wow. Wow. So anyways, let's move on. So Sue-Ann, you are now heading up the whole weekend of the yard sale and the cookout. I'll buy whatever we need to bring all the mods out as a mod appreciation year, like we usually did every year before this. And everybody can eat and drink and be merry. And then people can come by and buy stuff cheap. I don't advertise. When I do this sale, I don't advertise to like the whole United States. I only advertise on our channel so that the people following our channel can show up and get stuff cheap, like $2 heaters, $3 heaters. If they're 300 watts, they're $3. I mean, you can't go wrong with them prices. So we're giving out and helping people out by giving out stuff so cheap. We have a bunch of stuff that we lay out that I give away free, and then a bunch of stuff we give away for $1 or $2 or $5, dollars. And the whole driveway is full. So that's Sue-Ann, you're in charge of that now. She says the week of July 5th through the 11th sale. Okay. I'll get the tent set up. I'll get the stuff out there. I just took in tonight from a pet store that when they take on like new companies, like say if they buy from, this company, they're no longer allowed to sell from this company. And they finish their contract with this company. So all this stuff has to go out in the garbage or be given away. We get things donated to us because here's this tank, here's this pumps, here's these filters, here's this thing, all brand new in boxes. And they come to us because they can no longer sell them no more. The contract is up with that company. They got a new contract with this company, and it has to be all their products on their shelves. So usually they throw them away. So we talk to all the local stores, and we got that to where now they donate it to us, and we can put that up there. So you get brand new 300 watt heaters for $3 in a box, brand spanking new. And then you get a stack of 300 watt heaters that are like 2 foot long, a foot tall, and they all have the cord wrapped around them. They're all used. They're still $3. The 200 watt heaters are $2. The 100 watt heaters are $1. And we have a whole table filled out with all this kind of stuff. So we give our stuff away very cheaply to our followers, basically. We can get a lot more money and raise the prices if we just did it to the public. That's not what the sale's about. J-Rod says, hey, Rich, do you do shipping options for different parts of the country? Like, would you ship something out to Massachusetts or somewhere else? I'm sorry, we don't do any shipping yet. We've never needed to venture into shipping. We don't have shipping boxes. We don't have, what do you call that? Oxygen tanks where we have to fill it with pure oxygen. We don't have cold packs, hot packs, and none of that stuff. We just never ventured into that yet. Sue Ann says, any mods wanting to participate need to contact her to confirm. Loren says, I don't know what happened. I do hope for Reaper there comes a time that he can have a great time with his kids. Well, he's got a good relationship with all of Dawn's kids. They're his kids. Basically, him and Dawn broke up and she left, and her son is living with Reaper right now. He's more his son than anything, you know what I'm saying? So Hayden says, how do we contact you, Sue Ann? Sue Ann, give him a Gmail email or an email address. So it says, Rich, I guess I'll get in touch with you to set this up. And she says, SueAnn6977 at gmail.com. Okay. All right, guys, I am out of alcohol. That's on my 4th drink now. It's time to go. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. You know. No, sir. There you go. Kidding. All right, we're out of here. Thank you, guys. It's been fun. All right. Let me see how to shut this off here. All right, guys. Love you. I'll see you next Friday. And thanks for hanging out with me. It was great. Wait. Lauren says, Big Rich, I have seen that on the streams, but it's also sad to see that foster parent has a better bond than the mother. Yeah, you know, that's true. That was, yeah, I talked to him about that before. All right, guys, we're out of here. You take care. Love you all. See you next week.